staring at his fingers, through which his blood runs with his life. And the drums of war are getting louder, a sound you never heard before. Gonna come to your town, gonna find your corner, and we'll soon be knocking on your door. Signs are there, right in front of us, for so long buried in the snow. Yes, here we are, shining diamonds, burning bridges as we go. And the drums of war are getting louder, a sound you never heard before. Gonna come to your town, gonna find your corner, and we'll soon be knocking on your door. check the tag. A journey for life, and before he paid, cancel your mail for a ride. It's a journey for life, and I'm alright. Hang on, we'll be long gone. Hang on, I cannot go wrong. Hang on, we'll be long gone. Hang on, I cannot go wrong. God, I'm praying I'm not alone in this air. A journey for life, I'm alright. No, 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 no. If you feel that life is passing you by, if each day that follows is one and the same, if all you need is someone to take the time, don't go looking, babe, here I am. Now if you want a real good friend, or if you need some sweet loving, or if you're looking for someone who won't pretend, don't go looking, babe, here I am. Why just crawl when you could be flying? Life's just a flash, forever dying. The shortest space between hell and goodbye. There ain't no use to sit around crying for all.
Exciting time of the afternoon is coming to you here now. We've got the sport horses out here to join us for, well, at least a couple, 2 or 3 hours, I think. So there's plenty of entertainment to come your way. And Michael Jones joins me here at the moment. Michael, this is a little bit different than what we've been doing at night. We are looking today towards the Australian Championships.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Rob. We've got our best horses in the land competing here tonight. And, yeah, the other nights were exhibition runs, but today they're really going to be on the full tilt to get these Australian titles.
Well, we had some crowd favourites through the week. We had a couple of Stephen Bradburys, which brought the crowd alive. We had one little horse here that, well, was right out of the game on a couple of occasions and ended up getting up in the last stride to win. And it was just fantastic. I'm not too sure what's going to happen here today because it's all caution, gone one way. And today we're playing for real. So as we had a great demonstration and gave people an idea of what we're going to be doing here this afternoon, it's for real from here on in. These youngsters out here we're going to introduce to you in just a few moments' time. And it'll give me a great privilege, along with you, Michael, to be able to talk through these games for the next 2 or 3 hours. And of course, we've got all breeds of horses. And the beauty about this particular sport is that it doesn't matter what age you are, you can still take part.
That's exactly right, Rob. Our youngest competitor is 4 years of age and our oldest is 71. So it suits everyone of all ages. So if you're ever interested in having a go, please come along to one of our events.
What's the oldest competitor we've got out here today?
I think it's probably in the mid-50s, I'd say.
Is
That's
it?
just me
That's
guessing
okay.
the person's age. I could be incorrect, sorry.
Oh, well, looking forward to it. We had of course, you've heard of the Gary Owen. We had a first-year equestrian this year. She was 57 and she was like a 21-year-old. She had an absolute ball. So I hope our elder member here tonight, we'll say elder, we'll be politely correct, has a wonderful time and has a little bit of luck as well too. Well, we're about to introduce them to you in just a second. As soon as we get the all clear here from the gate, we'll be charging out and we'll introduce them individually to you all from where they are and, of course, what sort of a horse they're riding as well too. So I think we're just about ready. So we'll have a look at the big screen for those of you that wish to have a bit of a look. Here's number 2, Go for Gold, to be ridden by Kelly Barnett. Put your hands together for Kelly as she comes out. Our next rider out in a second will be Pure Blonde, so you better get used to some of these names. Pure Blonde to be ridden by Rachel Brown. Rachel, of course, is from St Andrews. Pure Blonde is a quarter horse, the same as our first horse here, Go for Gold. Next horse to come out and join us will be number 9, that's Spot On, ridden by Casey O'Grady. Casey's from Parwin, and the horse's name's Spot On, and it is an Appaloosa. Okay, girls like pretty horses. You're going to love this one. This is Gold Rush, ridden by Jackie Burns, with the flashing gold, with the flashing white mane and tail. And here's the Palomino. And this fellow here is a quarter horse. Tribeca Girl, ridden by Jilly Tunkin. Let's have a look at Jilly's from Little River, just on the outskirts of Melbourne here, and she's riding a thoroughbred, so this is an off-the-track type horse. Let's introduce you to our next competitor, Owen Peatling. He's from Bulla. He's aboard a horse called Charlie's Angel. Charlie's Angel is a quarter horse as well too. Actually, I think I said Tribeca Girl was a quarter horse, but I think it's more along the lines of a thoroughbred. All right, our next competitor to come out and join us. We're about to see Sky's the Limit, ridden here by Jade Vega. Jade is from Belan. Sky's the Limit, a quarter horse and Australian stock horse cross. So we'll be able to see plenty of skills coming from that horse. Of course, the stock horse we call the horse for every need. The Enforcer, ridden by Matty Burns. Matty's from Gembrook, and this is an Australian stock horse. Matty giving a big wave to the crowd. Good luck, Matt, today. Jessica Burns from Gembrook. There's a quarter horse called Hammer Time, and judging by the crowd, I think she might have a few favourites in the crowd. Jess is aboard Hammer Time, which is a thoroughbred. We won't miss him. He's got the blue bandages and the blue gear and the blue breastplate and bridle on as well too. Our next competitor, number 44, is Morgan, ridden by Nicola Larpent. You want to fall in love with a little horse? Have a look at this prancing little fellow here. Isn't he a cracker? Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a look and see what this little fella here is. He's a Morgan horse. He's a Morgan breed.
That's correct, Rob.
Okay, not many people know of the Morgan breed, but we might be able to tell you about that later on. Okay, our next little horse to come out is a quarter horse. He's been ridden by Greg Smith from Cramden West, and it's Blackburn Return. Some of these horses we're seeing for the first time here today. Next rider to come and join us is Elegant Force, to be ridden by Braden Larkin from Hampton Park, and this is an Australian stock horse. Emily Paxton will be the next to join us, aboard a horse called Black Madness, another quarter horse, and she is from Kilmore. He looks a little bit of a handful to ride, this guy here, but he just wants to get on with the business. You can see he's got the head up. He's a real athletic little pony. All right, let's meet Ginger Snap. Chelsea Gearing from Allendale, aboard the horse called Ginger Snap. He's a quarter horse, and he's a horse with ton of ability too. So we'll see him out here very, very soon competing. And our final senior rider to come out and join us is Morgan Prosser from Hastings, and she's aboard a horse, Sparks Will Fly. And Sparks Will Fly is a thoroughbred. And he's an off-the-track horse as well too. And as you will see, that the off-the-track Victorian, or the VRC, or Racing Victoria, are sponsoring a lot of these horses in relation to giving them another life after racing. All right, time to get our juniors. Hello, someone's been to the hairdresser. Time to get our juniors underway here. And this is Stephen, no, it's not Stephen Bradbury, but this is Little Jacko. And this is the little horse the other night, as we told you. I didn't expect that, Michael, I'll be honest with you. The horse has been to the hairdresser. This is Kane Radwood on board. He's a 10-year-old, and it's a little Welsh pony, is Jacko. Let's introduce our next horse to you, Shazam, ridden by Chanel Redburn. And Shazam is a quarter horse. Chanel is from Bacchus Marsh. Next horse to come out and greet us. Unfortunately, if you're a Collingwood supporter, it might make you feel a little bit ill barracking for this horse here, because he's in the black and white. It is Laura Dunshay from Macedon aboard a horse called Little Horse. And Little Horse is a paint, what we call a paint horse. Moving along, our next horse to come out and greet us is a quarter horse Australian stock horse and riding pony cross here. So he's got 3 bloodlines through this particular pony here now. This is Penny, and it's from Bannockburn, and the rider is Tom Day. Well, actually, it's Isabel Irwin. Tom Day's about to join us in a moment. Tommy, sorry, Tom. Good luck, Isabel. Tom Day coming out here from Sedgwick on a horse here called Hokey Pokey, a little Welsh pony. Hokey Pokey. I've turned my life around since I started stopping doing that, the Hokey Pokey. Let's introduce our next horse to you. Red Devil, Joanna Dunshay. And Joanna is from Macedon, and this is a little Welsh pony, Red Devil. Okay, let's have a look here. There's a horse with the same colour hair I had once upon a time. White Lightning, ridden here by Stephanie Grigg. Stephanie's from Toolin Vale, and White Lightning also is a little Welsh pony. Layla Day is about to join us from Sedgwick, and she's aboard a horse called Forest. One Forest One. Quarter horse, and the Forest we know is pretty slow, but this Forest here has got a little bit of speed about him. Okay, let's introduce Bryce Phillips to you from Baringup. A quarter horse by the name of Whiplash. Taya Murray about to join us from Cardinia on a quarter horse paint. The name of the horse is Devil in Disguise. Our next rider to come and join us is Patsy. The rider here is Taylor Perkins. Patsy, or actually Taylor's from Bannockburn, and this is just a riding pony. It's one of our younger competitors. Of course, the last group, of course, being our junior section. Hannah Wills from Juniton via Bendigo is on a little Arab pony called Bell. And we can see the Arab bloodlines in there, Michael, can't we, with the way the tail's up like that?
Yeah, sure can.
Synonymous of the Arab breed. And finally, we have Gemma Swartoven from Werribee. She's on a horse called Spot On, and of course aptly named because he's an Appaloosa. So good luck, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Let's give them a big round of applause. Wish them good luck. Very shortly you'll see these horses and riders in action for the first of our Australian titles. Well, our first event to get underway will be the bending race once we get all our horses sorted out in a moment or two. A lot of our ponies here have really been to the hairdressers, had the tails plaited, had the manes plaited, had a little bit of colour. Jacko's won the fashion prize, I think, already today. A little bit of blue in the mane, a little bit of blue in the tail.
There's actually a Best Presented award today, Rob.
Oh, so was there?
Maybe that's what he was aiming for.
I just can't imagine Jacko doing that. I reckon someone at the back might have been able to help him.
I think it was his older sister, Chanel, who's riding Shazam, that got the spray bottle out.
Well, we certainly won't miss him. We won't miss him at all.
All right, do I come over here, Rob?
Katie, how are you? Nice to meet you.
Looking over your shop.
Excellent.
So that's one anyway, stay standing.
All right, the first, of course, as we said, was our bending race, I think. And out of lane 1, we have Patsy. Out of lane 2 is Penny. Lane 3, Forest. And lane 4 is Red Devil. Oh, so it's back to front. So it's lane 1, Red Devil. 2 is Forest. 3 is Penny. 4 is Patsy. So our rider's just about to line up. Red Devil here closest to us down the far end near the grandstand is Patsy. Patsy, of course, with the pink bandages. Line up, says the judge. Our judge today has got a bird's eye view of everything going on. Our judge, of course, is Andrew Brown. Patsy at the far end. Just got to get our horses settled so that everyone can get an even start. The horses are pretty keen to get going. Red Devil here in lane 1, just a little fractious at the moment. Nearly ready for a start. We've got our 2 standing perfectly down the other end. We've just got to get 1 and 2 together. Come on, Forest. Forest has been to the hairdressers too by the look of things. So we're starting to look good now. We just need Red Devil to come up and I think we'll be away. These ponies really keen to get on with business here this afternoon. Oh, she's a handful. She's had more than chaff for breakfast, I think, Michael. There might have been jumping beans in that feed. Away, says the judge, and they've got them away to a pretty good start too. Forest began pretty quick, and so did Red Devil on the outside here in lane 1. So it's Red Devil and Forest, the two that have got away to a pretty good start. Forest made a bit of a wide turn and lost a couple of lengths, whereas Red Devil here on the inside has got away to about a 5 or 6 length lead, and getting home here towards the end of the line, it's Little Red Devil from Forest. On the far side, we have a look here, and it's Patsy, and getting home last of all is Petty. Well, it's going to race of 2 there, Michael, for a moment or two, but our second horse just in lane 2 just went a little bit wide down that bottom peg, and the back wheel started to spin a bit, I think.
Yeah, exactly right, especially in this event, Rob. That end turn's a key, but that Red Devil's a current Australian champion in this race for the under 15, so very hard to beat.
Well, we would expect that to come from our favourite, I suppose, so we'll keep your knowledge coming through all day. I think a lot of this will be seen on the live stream this afternoon, so we welcome all our live stream viewers, wherever you're watching, for our games here this afternoon. Now, let's have a look at heat number 2. We've got, in lane 1, we've got Jacko. Lane 1 is Jacko, 2 is Hokey Pokey, 3 is White Lightning, and 4 is Bell. Keep your eye on Jacko. He was the crowd favourite for the last couple of nights. We called him Stephen Bradbury because he came from absolutely nowhere. We've got our 2 younger riders here beside one another in lanes 1 and 2. How old's the little rider in 2? He's only a youngster too as well. Jacko standing okay. He's a bit off the line, but he's okay. Hokey Pokey, nearly ready. Away, says the judge. Look, no, is that a false start? Just hang on, riders. I think we got a bit of a fly there. So we can't afford to have any advantages. Right down the far end is Bell, which of course is the Arabian pony. We've got our little horses about ready to go again here now. It's Jacko, little white pony, little grey pony, with the best hairdo of all of them here this afternoon. All set and ready to go. Jacko's, I think he's quite prepared to give him a start too, but it didn't last for too long. He didn't begin too bad, Jacko. Whoops, a daisy. Jacko's got a peg down, unfortunately, so that counts him out of it. Having a look in lane 2, it's Hokey Pokey on the far side. Oh, there might be a danger for Hokey Pokey there in White Lightning. White Lightning might be the one that's got his nose in front at the moment, but Hokey Pokey and White Lightning come to the line together. Oh, Hokey Pokey. Hokey Pokey just got there from White Lightning. Right down the outside there was Bell in lane 4 and little Jacko here in lane 1. Good finish, Michael. Tight finish. Is that what you expected?
Yeah, I thought Hokey Pokey would be hard to beat in that heat, so he'll move through to the final, and I think he'll be pretty hard to beat against these other horses so far.
All right, as you can see, even right down to that bottom peg, you'll have a horse that's probably 2 or 3 lengths in front, or might even be a peg length in front, and still no guarantee that you're going to come home and win it, and all pegs must remain upright. Otherwise, it's a... All right, we've got a bend race coming up here now for the under-18 riders. In our first heat, we've only just got the 3 horses going here. They will be in lane 1, Shazam. Lane 2 is Red Devil. And lane 3 is Devil in Disguise. So these horses should come up pretty well. Bring them up, says the judge. Shazam. Shazam showed us through the week, actually, that quite a capable horse. Little Red Devil can be a handful, but also can be a handful as far as a competitor is concerned too. Showed some good form through the week, and Devil in Disguise down the far end with the pink hood on. I think a lot of the girls, Michael, like to get their ponies all dressed up with the same boots, the same hood, the same gear. That's a girl's prerogative, I think, isn't it?
Sure is, Rob. They spend hours out there at the stables getting these horses ready.
All right. Let's have a little bit of a look. We've got our horse in the middle there, Red Devil, just being a little bit of a handful at the moment. Walk back, says the judge. We'll try and walk up one more time. So we might put another little pony at the back of him just to make him feel a bit comfortable. Away, says the judge. Let's have a look down here in lane 1. It was Shazam that got the best of it. On the far side, Devil in Disguise. In the middle is Red Devil. Turning to around that first peg, it's Shazam in front at the moment. Red Devil in Disguise down the extreme outside. Oh, Little Horse in the middle's come back on a fighting finish as well too. But it looks like it's Shazam from Red Devil and Devil in Disguise. Gee whiz, I thought Devil in Disguise was going to be the horse that really offered the threat to our horse here in lane 1 in Shazam, Michael. But I tell you what, didn't Red Devil pick up some ground?
Yeah, it's unbelievable how fast that little pony gets over the ground, and currently is the under 18 bending race Australian champion. So very good horse.
All right, Whiplash, Little Horse and Spot On are our next 3 to come up for heat number 2. Now, I know we probably can't say too much, but if you were a betting man, which way would you be leaning here?
Spot On.
Spot On.
3 lengths.
Well, Spot On by 3 lengths. Oh, geez, even giving you the margin now as well. So Spot On, probably the favoured runner in this particular heat here out of lane number 1. Little Horse in 2. He's well named too, of course. He does look like something the Apaches would ride. And Whiplash down there in lane 3. Whiplash doing some handstands down there, but he's ready and raring to go. Little Spot On here, behaving perfectly. Just got to wait for our horse in lanes 2 and 3 now. Spot On. Spot On's being the perfect lady, she is. She knows exactly what's required of her. Away they go this time, and she got off to a flyer too, Little Spot On the far side though, Whiplash. He's being a little bit awkward to ride, Whiplash, and all the fences, all the pegs are still up, which is the main thing. 2 horses turning to get it out of 1 and 2. Spot On and Little Horse. Little Horse trying to grab back Spot On. I don't think she's going to do it. And it's Spot On who wins from Little Horse on the far side. Whiplash comes home for 3rd. Not a lot separating those 3.
Exactly right, Rob. Spot On's a very good bend and stake horse, so definitely expected that horse to cross the line in first place, but Little Horse is a very experienced pony. He's been doing it for many years, so that was a good effort by Laura there on Little Horse.
Well, you're a good punter. You predicted our winner, but I don't think you got your 3 lengths though. Could you get on in the run or not?
No, it wasn't quick enough. The internet's a little bit slow.
Well, we've got our bend race here now. Okay, this is for the open horses. And in heat 1, we've got the Enforcer in heat 1 on the lane 1, we've got the Enforcer. In lane 2, Tribeca Girl. Lane 3 is Ginger Snap. And out there in lane 4 is Elegant Force. So the Enforcer to be ridden by your mate Autumn Leaves. Why do they call him Autumn Leaves?
It's been known to fall off quite a bit, Matt. So, yeah, that's how he got the nickname.
He's not a bad rider, Matty. I tell you what, he's not a bad horse either, just quietly. The Enforcer standing up well, ready to fly. Have a look at him. Have a look at this pair here in lane 1. They are ready to jump, and they have flown the gate. The Enforcer gets away nicely in front of Tribeca Girl. Ginger Snap in lane 3 and Elegant Force out there in 4. Have a look at the Enforcer. He's making a 1-horse race of this. I knew he'd come back with something to answer us with, and there's your 3 lengths. He's won by 6. So the Enforcer gets home first here in front of Tribeca Girl, and that's the real horse, and that's the real rider we see here.
Yes, no, Matt does a lot of good work with that horse, the Enforcer. It's really fit, and as you can see, he's got a heap of speed. And the Australian Championship's up for grabs because the current Australian champion's not here. Go with the flow. So we're going to have a new national champion today, which will be great.
Well, we'll look forward to that. Let's have a look here at heat 2. Charlie's Angel in 1. Spot On in 2. Savannah in 3. And Go for Gold out there in lane 4. So for the first time we see Go for Gold, and for the first time we see Savannah. Charlie's Angel. Is she as good looking as the Charlie's Angels we know of telly? Where is she? Down here in lane number 1. Charlie's got the tape across the nose. Looking to get as much oxygen in as we can. He's been copying the racehorses, I think. That's no different than the tapes we put across our nose when you're either bike riding or looking to get a bit more air in yourself through your nose.
Yeah, I think it's the same philosophy, but this Charlie's Angel, watch this horse bend through. It goes on 45-degree angles as it bends through this course.
Well, Charlie's Angel, the chestnut here in lane 1. Spot On in 2. Savannah in 3. And Go for Gold in 4. Away they go, and a good start here from Charlie's Angel in 1. Have a look at Little Spot On. Little Spot On's not making this a 1-horse race either. They get around the corner to get, there's the venue we're talking about from Charlie's Angel. Really turned on a threepence and really weaving its way through. Spot On chasing him home, but all in vain. And Charlie's Angel takes it from Spot On, and Savannah out there as well too. Where's my little mate go that was out there go for gold? I didn't see her. Keeping her for another day, are they?
I think she missed the start there, Rob. And in this open age group, if you miss the start, it's going to make it difficult to progress through to the final.
All right, heat 3. We've got a little horse called Morgan in lane 1, little black horse, Blackburn Return in 2, Sky's the Limit in 3, and Black Madness in lane number 4. Now, I fell in love with this little horse through the week at night for our games out here in Morgan. He is a Morgan, which of course is an American bred style type of horse. And he looks every bit of a Morgan too, doesn't he? But a lot of the Morgans were used for carriage horses. And this fella here being used as a sport horse. So he epitomises the breed. If we can just imagine the Morgans that we see in the carriage horses are a lot bigger than this. But they are exactly and hold themselves exactly like he did there with he stood up. So very attractive, pretty little horse, carries the head pretty high. Have a look at him looking around to see what's going on. Keep your eye on Morgan. That's where my money is. Blackburn Return, pretty toey here in 2. Sky's the Limit now coming up. And Black Madness down the far side. We've nearly got a line. Almost got a line. Yes, we have. And Morgan began very quickly. Horse out in there in 3, and Sky's the Limit began quite nicely as well too. Get down to the bottom peg and turn. And it is Morgan in front. Morgan's got his nose in front. The little black horse in lane 1. Morgan running away with it. Just gets home. Yes, he does. Gets home comfortably in the long run from Sky's the Limit, Blackburn Return and Black Madness. So, well, both our favourites have got home so far, yours and mine.
Yeah, I think if I had to have my money on something today, I'd say Morgan will probably take out this bending race title. Ultra fit, and as you can see, it's a small horse, but it's got a V8 engine.
He has got a V8 engine, hasn't he? But a striking type to have a look at. You know, when you look at horses, you turn around and say, which one's got the wow factor? Which one do I want to put in the float to take home? He's mine.
Definitely agree with you there, Rob.
Okay, we're down here to heat 4. What I do with him when I get home, Michael, I've got no idea, but we'll work something out. Heat 4. In lane 1, it's Gold Rush. In lane 2, Pure Blonde. Lane 3 is Sparks Will Fly. And lane 4, it's Hammer Time. I told you this would be fast and thrilling, and I tell you, we keep the action coming under good organisation, well run. The Sporting Horse Australia. Our Australian titles here this afternoon at the Royal Melbourne Show to culminate what's been a wonderful show for 2018. Oh, here's Autumn Leaves his wife.
That's correct. Jackie on her horse Gold Rush. Watch how fast this thing goes, Rob.
All right, so Gold Rush, aptly named too. Pure Blonde in 2. Sparks Will Fly. And down the far end in lane 4 is Hammer Time. Could this be a race between the two Palominos? We'll wait and see in a moment. Gee, she's a pretty horse, isn't she? Gold Rush. I saw her at Bendigo last year, this little pony, and she wasn't probably quite as toey as this. They've got her fit for these Australian Championships by the look of it. I shouldn't say she, it's a he. Gold Rush.
Yeah, just got back from Tamworth where Jackie competed at the National Barrel Racing titles.
Well, let's see or not that she can get around these pegs as quick as you can get around the barrel. About to bring her up. Oh, she's ready to go, isn't she? Come on, Jackie, anytime today. Sorry, you don't have to say sorry to us. Just having a look here. We'll wait and see what our judge has to say. Ooh, nearly got a fly then. Gold Rush too. If he was going to blow the whistle, she was off and down that lane 1. 2 is Pure Blonde. 3 Sparks Will Fly. 4 Hammer Time. Nearly got a line. Oh, so close. So close. We must give them an equal opportunity, Michael.
That's right, Rob. Horses must be standing in a forward position for the judge to let them go.
Let's see what happens this time. Come on, Goldie. Front up. We're nearly there. We are nearly there. We are this time. The judge's not going to wait any longer. In lane 2, it was Pure Blonde that got away quite nicely. Oh, Gold Rush has got a peg down, unfortunately. So let's have a look at the other 3 and see who's going to win this race here. It could be a little bit story like the rabbit at the hare. It looks like in lane 2 at the moment it's going to be Pure Blonde. Pure Blonde gets home first in front of Sparks Will Fly, and then Hammer Time. Sadly for Gold Rush, ended up having the second peg down. So Pure Blonde takes out heat number 4. Well, there's a turn up for the books.
Yeah, I didn't expect that, Rob, but Rachel has put a lot of effort and taken her time with Pure Blonde, and she's starting to reap the benefits now. It's a great little horse. So well done to Rachel there. She will move through to our final.
Pretty fractious, Goldie, down here in lane 1. So the bottom line is the response. So this is our final. Okay. So we've got Red Devil in 1. We've got Forest in 2. We've got Hokey Pokey in 3 and White Lightning in 4. So here we go. Red Devil, who can shake hands, actually, if we notice just there. Very clever horse. It takes a lot of training for a horse to shake hands like that. Red Devil in 1. Where are you, Forest? Forest is there. Hokey Pokey. Don't know what colour we'd call Hokey Pokey. It's almost like a buckskin and a dun pony together, isn't he? I think we could settle on buckskin, couldn't we? I think we'll settle with the buckskin colour for him. And White Lightning, we can soon pick him out. Okay, let's keep our fingers crossed we can get Red Devil up here because the other 3 are standing perfectly. Away this time nicely. On the far side, it's White Lightning who began quite nicely. Little fellow, oh, unfortunately for Hokey Pokey, he's got a peg down. Down around the corner first time. First to turn here was Forest, but I reckon he's going to get swallowed up by Red Devil. Little Red Devil gets home nicely, and unfortunately Forest has also got a peg down as well. We've got pegs down in lanes 3, 2 and 4. Lanes 3, 2 and 4, I reckon we might have pegs down, or just the 2 lanes in lanes 2 and 3. 2 and 3, the sticks are down. So by now you can probably get the idea of a peg that's down. Now, if you've got 2 pegs down and there's not much between the other horse, of course you will go further down the order of finishing. So our judge is just having a look to make sure that we know how many pegs are down in each lane. Okay, thank you is the call. So the judge has worked it all out. So the placings will be out of that. Red Devil, White Lightning, Forest, and Little Hokey Pokey, unfortunately, falls into 4th spot. So our ribbons down here for the presentation of those horses in that final in just a moment's time. So congratulations to Little Red Devil, taking out that final. And we've got some lovely sashes to present down here in just a second. All right, the riders, the 4 riders we need up here are Red Devil, Forest, Hokey Pokey. All right, Red Devil is our winner, Wayne. Little Bay Pony, closest to you. Red Devil, second horse in. So Red Devil, White Lightning, Forest and Hokey Pokey is the way they finished. Our other riders getting set for the start of the next lot of our heats. Well, Michael, we've got some very, very attractive ribbons down here. Of course, the tri-coloured ribbon is what we're all chasing. And of course, that's the championship ribbon. And that's about to be presented to our winner up here, I think.
So that's 2 years in a row. Red Devil has won the Australian Bending Race title for the under-15 age group. So well done to Joanna.
Well, our ringmaster has the pleasure of coming down and being able to sash our winner, which is not an easy job over 11 days, 10 days of Melbourne show. Making sure that everything is happening out here to time, which doesn't always work. Some events are always a little over time and some are under time, depending on how many entries you have in each particular event. But I think everyone's, or everything has been run as well as we can expect here at our Royal Melbourne show this year. Of course, the first 3 or 4 days was our show jumping. Once our show jumpers have left, I think many of them might have gone across to Perth, because Perth clashes with our Melbourne show, or the back half of Melbourne. And quite a few of our jumpers will start the long trek back over to there. While the Eagles travelled here on the weekend, I suppose everyone passed them on the way and travelled over to Western Australia. So congratulations to our place getters and our champion Red Devil. So we've got the under 18 bending final coming up now. We'll tell you that field in just a second. Okay, so the under 18 bending final will be Shazam in 1, Red Devil in 2, Spot On and White Lightning. Oh, it's Little Horse. All right, I've just been informed. I'm thinking, now, how does Red Devil get back in here? But they tell me that you can ride up an age group. Michael, I feel like Pauline Hanson. Please explain.
Yes, that's right, Rob. So under 15 riders are eligible to go up one age group only. So that's up to under 18. And with the under 18 riders, they're able to go up and compete in the Open. So we'll see Red Devil back here in the under 18s. All
right, we'll just see how good she goes against some of these Open horses. And we'll just recap on that field for you again. It's Shazam in 1, Red Devil in 2, Spot On in 3, and Little Horse. We'll have a look how well behaved Spot On and Little Horse are down here at the moment. Bring them up, riders, is the call. We might get a fairly good start here. Shazam here in 1. Red Devil, who can be a little bit of a handful at the start, as we proved before, but certainly has got the ability. Shazam backing back into the right spot. Red Devil being a bit of a devil. Spot On and Little Horse perfectly behaved. Might have to take the oats out of Red Devil. Well, there's a prize example of how well skilled these kids are from a riding perspective. I think we're not going to be far away this time. Looking pretty good, away well too. Shazam in 1 here began very, very well. In lane 2 is Red Devil. Red Devil's the favourite in the junior class. Can she turn around and match it with the big ones? Good turn from Red Devil. Shazam it is, that though it's in front. Little Red Devil flying. Shazam in front and wins from Red Devil. 3rd is Spot On and 4th is Little Horse. Well, our pole horse, or our number 1 alley for Shazam, got away really, really well. Got a little bit of a break down the bottom corner. It was a really good turn, Michael, which virtually won of the race.
Yeah, exactly right, Rob. This horse absolutely flies and does great turns and gives herself every chance to win these races. But good effort there by Red Devil to come straight out of the under 15 final, straight into the under 18 final. So that was a good job to come second. Well,
it all looks easy, but it's not that easy when you've got to try and leave those pegs up. I mean, you know, kicking your horse to get going, get as much speed up as you can, but at the same time, you're bending in and out. You're on a left rein, a right rein, a left rein. I think a lot of these kids would probably use their legs instead of using their reins, and the horse is getting used to the way they ride. And congratulations to Shazam, who now takes the championship ribbon there.
Exactly right, Rob. When these horses are bending, the riders use the majority of their body weight to indicate to the horse which way they'd like to go. If they aren't turning enough, that's when they resort to the reins to try and correct the horse to keep it off the sticks. Because if you knock one of those sticks off in the heat, you're out.
Saddles and gear, Michael. Can I ask you a question? Is there a specific saddle that you guys prefer to use? No doubt you wouldn't be wanting to use a dressage saddle in something like this.
Yeah, no, that's correct. So riders will mainly use an all-purpose saddle. Some use a show jumping saddle just to hold them in a bit better. So that's predominantly what our riders use.
Of course, the all-purpose saddle has got that little bit bigger flap, of course, with your knees going forward. And there's usually a little bit of a bulge there too, for those of you that are probably watching or listening out here live as we go to air here at the moment. Just enough to keep your legs in or the top of your thighs in. And I did see a chappie around earlier on with a Western saddle, so I'm not too sure whether he's going to compete in that or whether it was just someone I saw going past.
Yeah, Greg Smith over there on Blackburn Return. His preference is a Western saddle. So...
preference if you've got to bounce into the saddle while you're rolling, isn't it? At least you've got that, not the pommel on the top there, the horn to hold onto, yes, and spin up in it. And of course, we use that for a lot of roping. Once we, I think we're back on. Yeah, we get the four legs of the calf together, wrap it up and keep that onto the top of the horn of the saddle. Okay, our next event here is our open final. Okay, our open final, as I look over my secretary's shoulder here at the moment, it is the Enforcer in 1, Charlie's Angel in 2, Morgan in 3, and Pure Blonde in 4. Now, we've got two really good horses here. Little Morgan, which is the black horse, which is the Morgan horse, and the Enforcer also. All right, we're having a little bit of fun and games down here. Thank goodness I've got the girls down here with me, otherwise our secretarial duties would be out the window. I don't know why she's getting nervous, Michael, when I look over her left shoulder here. She's wearing a lovely perfume. Hold it still so I can see. Okay. You heard the call from the judge, bring them up riders. The Enforcer here in 1. Bit of a flying machine, Charlie's Angel in 2. Actually, we've got a good field gathered together here with the whole 4 of these. Oh, nearly a good line. Yeah, it is a good line too. Now, let's have a look at Morgan, the horse in lane 3 and the horse here in lane 1, which of course is the Enforcer. Well, the Enforcer turns first, but his back wheel spun a little bit. Let's have a look at Morgan. It's going to be the Enforcer. The Enforcer gets home just in front of Morgan. Third across the line here was the horse in lane 2 as well here in Charlie's Angel. And Pure Blonde was 4th.
It was a good race, Rob.
That was a ripping race, wasn't it? It was anybody's race at the bottom corner.
Yeah, the Enforcer got to the end of the course first. A big striding horse, and Matt keeps him ultra fit. So
I just better keep away from the judge because my call might be wrong. He is too. Matty, well done. Congratulations. Got a flash saddle, Matty. He's got the Australian colours on the back there. So ribbons are going to be presented here to the Enforcer. Morgan, riders shake hands, congratulations, and up they come.
Checking the photo finish, mate.
Oh, you don't need to check that.
Okay, it's good.
So our judge is just checking the photo finish to make sure I've written the right call. But definitely the Enforcer home in front of Morgan. Horse in lane 3, I put down for 3rd, and the little Palomino on the outside was 4th, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. I just hit it. Here we go. Now I can slide it. Yeah. So come down to the lot.
Everyone's looking with anticipation over Michael's shoulder here. So no doubt about the winner. No doubt about the second horse, in my opinion.
Morgan by half a head.
So how did we go? How did we go, Judge? Did we get it right? Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether you win by a nose or 10 lengths, isn't it? Second is second, or win is a win, isn't it? It doesn't pay any more, does it? So Morgan has got second. Okay, so a little bit of luck, we were right. Morgan second, and then, of course, we go down the line from there. So a half head separates second and third. Well done, folks. Congratulations. I think our 2 top horses probably fought that out anyhow. Michael, but I tell you what, there wasn't much between the third and the fourth horse either.
Definitely not. Those 4 horses there are probably the ones that are in most finals throughout our show season. So good to see them fighting at the Australian title.
Very shy type, Matty, isn't he?
Yeah, he doesn't like the crowd. He must have probably had a few drinks to get a bit of Dutch courage up. So it's good to see.
I hope you're enjoying this, and I hope you're enjoying it on our live stream as well too. First time I think we've live streamed our Sport Horse Association games out of here, but of course with an Australian title up for grabs today, that's captured the imagination.
You might notice some gear on these horses, Rob, just to let the crowd know. You may see, appears like socks on the horse's legs there. They're actually sports medicine boots. They provide some support to the horse's leg and also protect the horse if they do overreach.
Well, the other thing too, I suppose, Michael, just having a look at, especially look at little Pally that's just gone down there with the 4 boots on. Of course, they've got a real chance of speedy cutting as well too, what we call speedy cutting, where the back foot and the front foot will come together and you'll just cut the inside of that back leg. And it's not hard to do when you're twisting and turning and going at full speed. So all care taken for these horses, and of course our riders do love their animals. Their animals do love them. They reward you, of course, with performing as well as they can. Just having a look at them all out here now, everyone's nice and relaxed. As soon as you bring them up near the line, that's different, isn't it? They know it's action.
Yeah, these horses, a lot of them have been doing this for many years, so they're just waiting for that whistle to go, and as you can see, they just slingshot from the start. So, yeah, they love it, these horses.
All right, our next event is the under-15 stake race. So if we can get our stake horses up.
Little favourites in this, Rob.
That's STAKE, by the way, too. Yes, our little favourite is in this too. Actually, we've got 2 of our little juniors here. All right, let's introduce them to you. So we've got a few here. Right, our field here. Okay, we'll be Red Devil in 1, be Jacko in 2, be Forrest in 3, and Patsy we see for the first time over there in 4. You can hear over my shoulder the judge yelling out, "Bring them up, riders." Little Red Devils had a busy day so far. Let's see how we can get her going away here. Forrest, no slouch, down there in lane 3. A little Jacko here in lane 2. Looks like Jacko's going out somewhere tonight. Got the hair permed and the hair coloured. Away. Oh, Jacko got a flyer too. Having a look down on this side here, I think it might be lane 1, Red Devil, who's probably might have the best of them. Red Devil turns first, though. Out there in lane 3, might be a bit of a chance here for Forrest to pick it up. It is lane 1 and lane 3 at the moment. Lane 1's got it well and truly. Oh, no! She's lost. The GPS has gone astray. She's gone around back the other way now. Okay, I thought she'd actually nearly missed that top turn for a moment or two, but she's got this well and truly under control. She gallops home now, straight up towards the bin. It's Forrest second. Little Red Devil in first. Jacko's come home third. And on the far side, unfortunately, coming home last of all was our number 4 horse here in Patsy. So well done to Little Red Devil. I thought for a moment here, Michael, the GPS had gone astray. I thought she was going to go around that peg twice instead of once.
Yeah, exactly right, Rob. In the stake race, this end turn here where they do a left-hand turn is absolutely vital. Most of our turns are right-hand turns, so a horse that can nail that left-hand turn can really make up a heap of ground. So that brought One Forest One back into the race with that little wide turn that Red Devil did there.
All right, let's have a look here at our second heat. Hokey Pokey, who has got the stars on his rump. He's got some ribbon through typed, or actually plaited through the tail. His little rider on board here. How old's this little fellow? Our rider here in lane 1. He's about 10 too. Well, our youngsters got the reins bridged. He's ready to go. So we're just about set. We're just about set. Having a look out there in lane 3, which is Bell, and Penny down the far side. Penny standing up beautifully. Away. Let's have a little bit of a look at them here. Hokey Pokey on the inside here in lane number 1. Trying to get an eye on the first of these turns. Now out in lane 3 might be the way here. Bell might be the first to turn. And Bell starting to weave away up through here at the moment. Lanes 2 and lanes 3. It's White Lightning and Bell fighting this one out. They turn both together. White Lightning and Bell. Bell and White Lightning. Not much between the two of them. Here in lane 2, it is White Lightning. Around that bottom corner, she's going to turn first and gallop for home. And here in lane 1, also coming home hard is Hokey Pokey. It is White Lightning at the moment. Gets home from Hokey Pokey. And the third there is Bell. A little Penny. Well, we're still working on it. We'll get there eventually. Our rider just making sure that we're doing everything correct.
That's right, Rob.
All education, Michael.
Exactly right. This will be good experience for Penny out there today at this event. Obviously got the rides and the crowd, so it's good education for this horse.
Well, someone's got the hot chips somewhere because the seagulls are just arriving in. Well, that was a good little event, that. I like that. Not much separating the two of them until we got to the very, very last peg for the turn and the straight gallop home. All right, we are here now for the stake race. This is the under-18 stake race in the first of our heats here. Spot On is in 1, Little Horse in 2, and Devil in Disguise in 3. Spot On the Appaloosa. Little Horse the coloured pony. Spot On, probably got the best of the start, but just having a little look at Little Horse. Geez, that's hard to say in a hurry. Look at Little Horse. He's made a real good job of this. On the far side, Devil in Disguise. Might have the head in front. It has 2. Let's keep the pegs up, guys, as we spin around. These 2 together, lanes 2 and 3. Oh, she balked a little bit on the far side, Devil in Disguise. Little Horse got a bit of a break. Can she maintain that, though? It's Little Horse, unfortunately, for Spot On's got a peg down here, but it is all Little Horse at the moment, who's just going to canter over the line very, very comfortably to take out heat number 1. I think once we have a peg down, we often notice our riders just virtually sit up, Michael, and turn around and say, well, I can't do any better, so I might as well just let the horse roll along.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Rob. In a heat, if you knock a stick down, you are disqualified. So these riders just pull the horses up and conserve the energy for the later races.
So for our second heat, we've got Shazam in 1. We've got Shazam back here with Whiplash in 2 and Red Devil here in 3. Little Shazam, who was one of Michael's favourites to win earlier on, didn't let him down. No one wanted to take him on, though.
Current Australian champion for the under-18 stake race, Shazam is last year. Sorry, 2017. So let's see if she can go back-to-back, Rob, and take out this title.
See what she can do. Good luck. Whiplash and Red Devil are out there to make it a little hard for her. You can be the fastest and you can be the quickest, but the bottom line is the pegs still must remain upright. So we've got Shazam, Whiplash and Red Devil. Red Devil far side. Can be a little bit of a handful, Red Devil. Just gets a little bit overexcited. Even little Whiplash here is getting on the toe of fraction. Away, probably missing the kick a little bit there with Shazam. Was on the backward move just as the starter blew the whistle. It should be Whiplash that should turn first, but oh, gee whiz, have a look at Shazam make up the ground. She's riding hard. Oh, the peg still stays upright. She's still in this. She gave the peg a little bit of a rattle, but it's still there. Shazam starting to put a big break in them now. Can she maintain it, though? Let's have a look here in lane 2. It's Whiplash and Red Devil on the far side. A little bit of a disappointing run from Red Devil this time, but it's all Shazam. The champion from last year continues on a winning way, getting home in front of Whiplash and Little Red Devil on the far side. Well, our next race, I'm informed, of course, it's only the winner that will go through to the final here. And this is the Open Stake Race. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 heats of the Open Stake Race. All right, so what they'll do here is that they will gallop straight down. Michael, correct me if I'm wrong here. They'll gallop up through the pegs. They'll turn down and then gallop back up through again to the finish.
Yeah, so they'll head straight down and then they'll start weaving on the way back, weave back on the way up, and then straight gallop on the way home.
Okay, I was a little wrong. I had the weaving on the way back. All right, I really want to have a look at Gold Rush here, and I know this horse has got oodles of potential. Had a peg down earlier on in the day in a race that we thought that she might be able to win. 4 horses here, Gold Rush in 1, Pure Blonde in 2, Hammer Time 3, and Ginger Snap on the far side in 4. Oh, nearly had a start then. Let's see how they line up again this time. Pure Blonde on the back move. Hammer Time in the blue boots and the blue gear. All standing down there well. Away, getting a good run here was Gold Rush. Got away very, very well. She was nearly going to start weaving through there, I thought, for a fleeting moment, but she's down to the pole here now. Around she comes. Now we can start to see the best of this horse now. This is Gold Rush here in lane 1. In lane 2, it's Pure Blonde. Oh, Gold Rush turns around. She lost a little bit of traction there, but she's still in front. Oh, sadly in lane 2, Pure Blonde's got the peg down there. She's got 2 pegs down. Peg down there in 3 and a peg down there in 4. Pegs down everywhere. It's one-way traffic for Gold Rush. One-way traffic, just far too good. That's what pressure does to you. Well, that's what pressure can do. Well, didn't they make a mess of that?
Yeah, Jackie was the only rider to have a clear course, so she'll
Well, I'll tell
move
you what,
through.
she was so close here before. She gave that peg down here, about peg number 3, a rattle. It went one way and went the other way, but still ended up upright. That's all that needs to happen. But, yeah, a really, really clever horse. But that's pressure, Michael, isn't it?
Exactly right, Rob.
There's not much point getting out there and running a good second. You've got to turn around and try and win. No one wants to know who ran second. Isn't that what they used to say? Collingwood run second on the weekend, did they?
Yeah, they did by a small margin.
Does anyone care?
I don't think so.
Sadly.
I was happy to see West Coast win.
Look, they've got a pretty good bunch of supporters. They're not bad. They cop a fair bit of flack, the Collingwood, the Pie supporters, but they've learned how to take it. I felt so sorry for their team that had to put the banner up, which never got up, and I thought it was just absolutely brilliant. Nathan Buckley went over and gave them all a bit of a cuddle and say, look, thank you very much for your contribution. Well done. As I said, on Saturday, I got a lot of time for the coach, even though I don't barrack for Collingwood, but I thought he had a really good year, Bucks. Copped a heap of flack from all the press over the year in the last few years, and Nelly was able to answer them with a laugh. Okay, this is Charlie's Angel here in 1, I think. Yep. Sparks Will Fly in 2, Elegant Force in 3, and Blackburn Return out there in lane number 4. Away. Oh, Sparks Will Fly was up in the air at the time, but probably got the best of the breaks, but it's Charlie's Angel who's going to turn first. Charlie on the way back through the weave here at the moment. Oh, peg down there for horse number 2 in Sparks Will Fly, right down the bottom, so she's out of it. It's going to be one-way traffic here for Charlie's Angel. He's really just got to lift the pedal off the metal and just ease his way home here. Turns around the bottom peg and just coming for a little bit of a canter on the way home. He knows he's got it won well and truly. Let's have a look who's going to run second and third. Here's a great go. A really good go for second and third. Getting home there in lane 3 was Elegant Force in front of Blackbird Return. So the highlight of that race was the race for 3rd and 4th, or actually the race for 2nd and 3rd, because it was 3 and 4, lanes 3 and 4 that end up vying for that position after we saw Elegant Force with or Sparks Will Fly with the peg down. Well, we are now here for Heat 3. And the interesting thing is here, the Enforcer, who is in lane 1, and his wife, who was in lane 1 in Heat 1, she's got enough to go out and buy tea tonight. We'll see whether or not Matty has to take out a loan or whether or not he can buy a tee tonight as well. He's on the Enforcer, the husband and wife team. They've got two very, very smart horses. Spot On will come out of 2. Sky's the Limit out of 3. And Go for Gold in lane number 4. Bring him up's the call. Just having a look at the Enforcer. Have a look at this. He's got that little bit of a shake in the legs. He just wants to get on with it. We can see the whites of his eyes here. And I'm only talking about the rider. I'm not talking about the horse. The rider is talking to him. He's hanging onto the pommel of that saddle. He's not going to get left behind. Standing up brilliantly. Have a look. Oh, gee, I wish we could get a shot of this at the moment. Our rider talking to his horse, just keeping him nice and calm, ready to go. And the horse is ready to go too. He's shaking in the front there. Wants to get on with it. Gee, what a great shot. Water boy. Okay, we're nearly all up there. Spot On. In lane number 2. Right down the far side, it's Go for Gold. We're waiting for Sky's the Limit just to settle a fraction. And the Enforcer here doing everything right. He's right back on those hindquarters, ready to go. Matt's just turning him around and we'll bring him up at the last minute, I'm sure. It's like a cat, this horse here, isn't he? Just the way he's moving.
Yeah, he'll wait for that whistle and he'll launch out of that start line.
Well, we're just having unfortunately, a little bit of bad luck with a couple of our horses down the line. Is it like the racing game, Mikey? If you have too many chances, you better take your pony out, or do you give them every chance and just try and get them away?
The judge will get to a point where he'll say, I've given this horse sufficient time to stand and I'll let it go. So...
Well, we're not far out. Just waiting on Spot On this time. Have a look at the horse fly out of here, the Enforcer in lane number 1. Spot On 2. They get to the bottom of the pegs together, but that's the Enforcer. Let's see whether he can keep them up. So far, so good. He's weaving his... Oh, Matty! He's weaving his way down there, looking $1 million. Let's have a look and see where Spot On is now. He's still got all the pegs up in lane number 3 too. The pegs are all up, but the grey's got them down. But it is the little grey Spot On, and on the far side there in lane number 3. Oh, bad luck. Sky's the Limit. Started to really pick up some ground. Oh, I thought the Enforcer had this sewn up completely here.
So did I, Rob, but unfortunately...
I don't think he's smiling. I think he's gritting his teeth as if to say, we had it, but we haven't got it.
Well done to Casey, very experienced rider on a horse, Spot On. Spot On's actually being ridden by 2 riders today. Gemma in the under 18 age group and Casey hops on board in the Open.
She's having its work cut out. Feels like I'm at the picnic races where a horse could have a couple of runs in the one day.
Here comes our favourite, Rob, Morgan.
What's this, our business? You jumped on board too now, have you? Here's little Morgan coming out here. He'll be out of lane 1, so he's closest to us. We'll be able to keep a good eye on him. Tribeca Girl is in 2. Black Madness in 3, and Savannah out there in lane number 4. Oh, Savannah, late scratching Savannah. All right, so it's only the 3 horses. So it's Morgan, Tribeca Girl, and Black Madness. There was a song about Morgan too, wasn't there?
Yeah, sure is.
I know the tune, I don't know the words though. Step Up Riders.
Little Smoky
What
here
a
could be
flash-looking
Tribeca
breastplate
Girl.
this horse has got. Sorry, Mike, look at the flashed breastplate on this horse here.
Yeah, that's there to hold the saddle in place so it doesn't slip back. As you can see, these horses launch out of the start, so it's vital to have one of those breastplates on.
So Morgan in 1, Tribeca Girl in 2, Black Madness in 3. Morgan standing up perfectly. Just waiting on the other 2. The horse at the far end just facing the other way. She's going to spin him around at the last minute and hopefully we can get a nice even break together. Our handlers certainly earn their money trying to get these horses up to the gate. Try and keep it safe. Starter says go. He's had enough patience. We'll have a look at the start here in lane 2. This is Trebecca Girl. Trebecca Girl might turn first in front of Morgan. Oh, not much between them. Morgan recovered the best of them after that turn. Oh, he's got a peg down. Our favourite's got the peg down. Let's have a look at lane number 2 here at the moment. There's a peg down there in lane 3 as well too. All this horse has to do in lane number 2 now is just canter down and canter home, and it's all over Red Rover. Spins around here, Trebecca Girl. Gets a pat on the neck before we even get near the finish line, and she wins. So Trebecca Girl takes out heat number 4. All right, so we're heading now to the under 15 final. Okay, my final here is Red Devil, Forest 1, White Lightning and Hokey Pokey. Go with your life. All right. Red Devil, the Devil in Disguise, is over here in lane number 1. 1 Forest 1 is in lane 2. White Lightning is in 3. And Little Hokey Pokey's making his way down there to lane 4 now.
Who are you on here, Rob? Who do you think?
Oh, who am I on here? You know what I'd like to see? I'd like to see the horse in lane 2 here win a race. 1 Forest 1 has showed me, it's given me enough encouragement to think this horse has got some ability.
Yeah, no, that's a fair call. I don't mind the little grey pony, White Lightning. The smaller ponies find this event a little bit easier.
Okay, I'll have a coffee with you. We're off to a good start here, Red Devil in 1 now. Look how it was. 1 Forest 1. Come on, Forest. Forest is down there. There's a coffee on this, Forest. Don't let me down. Let's have a look and see how they turn. Oh, Forest! He's left a peg down for me. I'm out of coffee. Down here in lane 1 at the moment is Red Devil, who's going along quite nicely. On the far side, it's White Lightning and Hokey Pokey. White Lightning might be the second place getter here, but it's all Red Devil at the moment. She can just canter home. She stands up in the irons, gives him a pat down the neck and says, "Thank you very much, little fellow." And the little white horse down there in White Lightning has got second, and third goes to Hokey Pokey. All right, well, I owe you a coffee.
We'll do double or nothing in the next. How's that sound?
I'll be caffeined out by the time I get home. All right, our horse is coming over to get their applicable ribbons. So congratulations to our place getters there. Forrest, I need to have a talk to you. So it's Little Red Devil who takes the honours from White Lightning, Hokey Pokey, and 1 Forest 1. For the people at home, it's not Run Forest Run, it's 1 Forest 1. So our judge presenting the ribbons here.
We'll get her to do the open or the next one.
Yeah, the next one.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're the guest of honour. Got your banners up.
I know, you've done so well. How's he?
All right, Michael, I might ask you to give my throat a rest for a moment or two, if you'd like to call the next couple for me. And then we'll come back and we'll see whether or not probably everyone's sitting at home at the moment listening to this raspy old voice after 10 days.
Thank you for that. I'll be quite happy to do that for you, Rob.
Yes, we've come out of Adelaide show before we arrived here in Melbourne, so the voice has had a little bit to do over the last 2 or 3 weeks. I often wonder about our race callers, but they've always got half an hour in between to recover.
Yeah, exactly right.
We're heading back to Bendigo again this year?
Yes, we are. That's the end of October, I believe.
Yes,
27th.
well, somewhere about that. Well, we'll look forward to catching up with you up
Cox
there.
Plate Day.
You'll be at Geelong?
I'm actually working at Cox
No,
Plate.
is the Sport Horses at Geelong this year?
Yes,
They are?
that will be on, yeah.
Well, there's some of the agricultural shows that you'll be able to follow the fortunes of our Sporting Horse Australia, all our competitors, as our champion does a little lap of honour, and to the applaudance of a few in the crowd, which is great. So we head to the Open final now, I think. I'll just confirm with Mike, because it's all his now for a moment.
Yeah, we got the under-18 final now for the stake race. So we've got Little Horse in lane 1, Devil in Disguise in 2, Shazam in 3, Whiplash in lane 4. Judges called them forward. Flying out here in lane 1 was Little Horse from Devil in Disguise. Look at Shazam motor down to the end of the course. She'll get there first. Beautiful turn there by Shazam. Little Horse and Devil in Disguise. They're neck and neck, these 4 horses, as they come down to the end of the course. They'll do a left-hand turn. Shazam just in front of Whiplash. Little Horse is starting to make a run now. Devil in Disguise isn't too far away. Who turns first? It's Shazam. Here comes Shazam. She's starting to let down. Look at this horse flatten right out. Devil in Disguise is coming from nowhere. Oh! Definitely no Shazam got across the line first. We'll just check with the judge. There's a peg down in lane 4, so that horse will be awarded 4th place. The official results are Shazam in 1st place, Devil in Disguise in 2nd. 3rd place will be Little Horse, and Whiplash with a stick down will be in 4th place. We'd like to welcome Rebecca Ham from Kentucky Equine Research. She's going to present the ribbons to our place getters for the under-18 stake race. Thank you for your attendance today. Great run there by Devil in Disguise. Was probably 2 or 3 lengths behind these horses and absolutely flew to the line to take 2nd place. Great job there by Taya. Well done to Shazam. Chanel puts a lot of time into her horses. And she has taken out the 2018 under-18 stake race title. Next up will be our open stake race final. We will have Gold Rush in 1, Charlie's Angels 2, Spot On in 3, and Tribeca Girl in lane 4. This will be a good race. We've got the speed of Gold Rush, Spot On, does great turns, so helps that horse out. Tribeca Girl and Charlie's Angels. Charlie's Angels is the 2017 Australian champion for this event, the open stake race, with Owen Peatley on board. So this will definitely be a very good race between all 4 horses. Give these riders a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Shazam in 1st place, 2nd place, Devil in Disguise, Little Horse in 3rd place, and Whiplash in 4th place. Well done to those 4 riders. So come around, give them a cheer. These riders put a lot of time into their horses to get them fit to compete at this level. And the louder you cheer, the louder they will go for you. So now we move on to our open final. So these riders are just checking their course to make sure their sticks are nice and straight to minimise the chance of knocking over the sticks. Gold Rush here. If she keeps those sticks up, I think she'll be the winner here, Gold Rush. It's got Charlie's Angels, Tribeca Girl and Spot On. Just getting the course cleared, and then the judge will call the horses forward. We'll see who's going to be crowned the 2018 Open Stake Race Champion.
Well, Michael, it looks like we might have a battle here between the one horse, Gold Rush, and I think Spot On out there in 3, isn't she? So
That's right.
This could be a good go here. But let's not forget about the other two, Charlie's Angel and, of course, Tribeca Girl.
Yeah, definitely. This will be a good race. They're off. Flying out was Charlie's Angels, lane 2 from Gold Rush. Spot On now. Tribeca Girls got going. Charlie's Angels and Gold Rush, they turn together. It's neck and neck between. Oh, there's a stick down in lane 1, so that leaves Charlie's Angels out in front by 3 or 4. Charlie's Angels flying here. He's kicked away. He's just got to take his time here. Spins around. And here comes Charlie's Angels. Back-to-back Australian titles to Charlie's Angels. Second place goes to Tribe. Just check with the judge.
One had a peg down.
Okay, so we've got the official placings. Our 2018 back-to-back Australian champion is Owen Peatling on Charlie's Angels. Second place, Tribeca Girl, ridden by Jill Tunkin. Third place was Casey O'Grady on Spot On. And Gold Rush with Jackie Burns aboard gets 4th place with a stick down. Congratulations to these riders. That was a great race there. Congratulations to your riders. We'll get Rebecca from Kentucky Equine Research to present the ribbons. Straight to that corner. So go across here, the 45, and then follow it down. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here are our finalists for the Stake Race Open Age Group. So give them a big round of applause as they come past.
Now, Michael, I'd just like to ask you a question. Is our secretary and the winner, they're not an item by any chance, are they?
You're spot on there, Rob.
Oh, because there was a lot of hugging and kissing going on. I was just a little bit
Yes.
worried. I thought, no, hang on, we can't get involved here.
Yes, Owen's partner is Kate, who is our penciler. She does a great job at all our events.
Oh, that's all right. I'll forgive her then if that's the case. I didn't know whether you're allowed to do that to competitors. All right, where do we go from here, my friend?
We're now going to move on to the flag and barrel race, Rob. So we're just going to set the course up here because each rider has their individual lane. So the guys will quickly put the course up and then we'll get that underway with the under 15 flag race heats. Throw that one over there in the middle between these two drums. This one that Lisa's got, I'm saying throw that between these two drums. Do the other cones next to Kelly. Can you lane screw too, Damien? So you will have to see that blue cone. Yeah. Actually, go to do that far lane, Max. Okay, no, keep Marshall. Are you able to do the second cone? Zoe's got a Marshall.
Lauren's here as well, so she can help Marshall if Casey wants to swap instead.
Yeah.
Casey!
All right, we'll get you to swap. Yeah.
Well, coming up very, very shortly is our flag and barrel,
Right, she can do
what
horses.
we refer to as the flag and barrel. I do apologise for my croaky voice here, but this is our under 15 flag and barrel. So virtually what our competitors have to do is charge down through these pegs, pick it up, wheel up towards home, make sure that peg gets into the drum. And it's not that easy. You see it as a 44-gallon drum and think, oh, it'll be pretty easy to get the peg in. But sometimes the peg, if you really throw it in there, will bounce out. And then the rider has to dismount, put the peg in, then dismount, remount, and then carry on where they started. So it can be quite a thrilling race. And it's not over till that last peg is in the barrel, as we've found out through the week with Stephen Bradbury. Little Jacko.
I think your horse here, Rob, that you like, One Forest One. This event tends to favour the longer striding horses, so I think One Forest One might be the one to beat here.
The interesting thing here, it's not about the quickest horse, this particular race, is it? I mean, you've got to have a horse that can move pretty quickly, but it's not always the quickest horse wins.
Yeah, exactly right. You've got to obviously make sure you pick your stick up. Otherwise, if you miss a stick, you've got to go back, and that obviously eats into your time. So picking that stick up and keeping that drum up is absolutely key.
And of course, our riders have to lean out of the saddle on 2 occasions, one picking the peg up and of course the other putting the peg in. Red Devil in 1, Forest in 2, Patsy 3, White Lightning in 4. This is our under 15 flag race. Our 2 little grey ponies off to a fairly slow start. Patsy a little bit slow on the far side, White Lightning got away okay. Our 2 riders here in lanes 1 and 2 got the pegs up pretty quickly, Red Devil and Forest 1. It's Red Devil who turns first at the moment, pegs in. Now there's a prize example of how hard it is to actually find the opening of that barrel at times. So Forrest was up there with our leader. Now Forrest is nearly going to be the whole length of that straight behind hand. So it's Little Red Devil at the moment. She's even got a smile on her face this far from home. On the far side down there, Little White Lightning's continuing okay. And Patsy, well, Patsy's just having a little bit of a trot out for experience, I think, now, realising that Red Devil might have this all to itself. But it's not over until the last peg's in the drum. Around she comes, got the whip in the mouth. Down here to the barrel, leans out on the left-hand side of her pony, comes up nice and really, really corners well, this little pony, Red Devil. Into the peg, they know what they've got to do. And she's a mile in front. You can see the rider here in lane number 2 in Run Forest 1. You've really got to get out, get on top of the horse here again now and then put it in the barrel. But I think it's all over, Red Rover. It is Little Red Devil who takes out the honour. Down the far side here, I reckon Little White Lightning might end up snatching second placing the way things are going here. Picks the peg up nicely into the drum, and our other 2 horses are continuing here. Poor old Forrest has had a nightmare here in lane number 2. The drum's gone over, the pegs haven't gone in. She's had to dismount, she's had to remount. She's still going on her way at the moment, still looking for the opening of that big barrel. And there you go, there's a prize example. The pegs just bounced straight back out at her. She's got to turn around to finish it off, unfortunately. Well, just having a little Patsy down here. The rider of Little Patsy is just 8 years of age. So, future all ahead of her.
Yep.
So our Littleys down there having a bit of fun out here tonight as well too.
Yeah, if you could run them out, thank you. Yeah.
Well done, Patsy. All done up in pink tonight. Getting a lovely little pat from her rider.
Guess who's up now, Rob? Look who's up now.
Stephen Bradbury. Is he going on his own, is he?
He's keen, isn't he? He's
He
up to
is
the start
keen, isn't
already.
he?
The other horses aren't there yet. He's probably trying to psych out the other competitors.
I wonder whether we look under the hat to see whether he's got the same colour hair as well. Kane, what have you done to your horse's hair? Have a look at him, he's not concentrating. What have you done to your horse's hair? You don't know. Just woke up this morning and it was there. Concentrating hard. Jacko, Hokey Pokey and Penny. So we've just got our 3 horses here. Come on, riders, bring them up. We hear the gruff voice of the judge. Can't argue with the judge, can we, Matt? No, Mike.
Definitely not. He's the boss.
Mike and Matt tonight, I feel like I'm talking to the Leylands. All right, let's have a look at little Jacko down here in lane number 1. Jacko and Hokey Pokey. Oh, Jacko, he's dropped the stick, little Kane, so he's off. He's going to have to pick that stick up, and then this is going to be the hard part for the little kids here to absolutely remount. Or can he spring into the saddle? Let's see how he goes. He's going to put the feet in the irons, is he? Slowly, but slowly, but slowly. He gets on board now. Away we go. Put her in D for drive, and off we go. But little Hokey Pokey in the middle here might have this all to himself. Just going along at a nice, even pace, so he can afford to take his time. Trots up to the bin. Jacko's in. Little Hokey Pokey's in. Oh, gee, that spun around a little bit in that 44-gallon drum too for a moment. So it's little Hokey Pokey here who might have the...
Raised a hand. Hokey Pokey stepped out. Just so you know.
So Hokey Pokey's in the bin.
On that last stick.
Now, I'm not too sure whether they're allowed to go in and out of their lanes here.
No, they must stay within the cones, Rob. So if they step on the line or over, they are disqualified. So little Hokey Pokey there, the lane steward here. Kelly put her arm up. So
Jacko could end up doing another Stephen Bradbury here.
He could do.
Let's have a little look and see what's going to happen here, because out here in 3, it's Penny. I'm not going to believe this. I do not believe this. 3 times he's come from absolutely nowhere. I won't sing just yet, but just having a look at Jacko at the moment. He's only got to pick these 2 pegs up. And he's home for all money, and I'm not too sure whether he realises that victory's his. He's having a little look over the far side, because we've got our horse over there in Penny, still got a couple of pegs to go. But it's Jacko, again, from nowhere. Well done, Kane. Mum, he's yelling out, Mum. Is that a final, Mum? All he wanted to know was, Mum, am I in the final? I can't believe that. So unfortunately for little Hokey Pokey, came out of the lane, and that means disqualification, because we have our lane judges looking in to make sure everything is all above board. Well, 3 times in 3 nights we've had Hokey Pokey come from absolutely hopeless position to turn around and win. So, as they say, Mike, it's not over till the fat lady sings.
Exactly right. You just got to keep going, because you never know when the other horses may make a mistake. So you just got to take your time, rectify the course, and continue on.
So we now have a final for that flag race under 15.
Yes,
there are 2 heats over and done with.
Yes. So what we're going to do now is move on to the under 18 flag heats, and then the open flag heats, and then we'll run our finals.
All right, our horses in this will be Shazam, Red Devil, Whiplash, Spot On, Little Horse and Devil in Disguise. It'll be going into the heats. But it'll be heat 1, which will see Shazam in 1, Whiplash in 2, Little Horse in 3. You know these horses like the back of your hand now, wouldn't you?
Yes, I do. I attend most of the shows throughout the year, and I also take the entry, so you tend to learn the names fairly quickly.
Well, I've got to refer to my program, Mike, because I've only
fine.
seen them in this show. Shazam stands up here in lane number 1. We're just waiting on Little Horse, I think. Where's the coloured horse? Where's the coloured pony? Little Horse. So Little Horse is on his way down to lane number 3. Judge will be getting ready to call them up. We nearly had a 3 horses with a perfect walk-up. So I think the judge is going to allow them to do that, actually, if we can get an even break with them. All right, walk-up, says the judge. A little bit like the standardbreds nowadays. We have a walk-up start. Yeah, perfect. Well done, Judge. You picked it in 1. In lane 2 here at the moment, Whiplash got away the best of them from the start. But in lane 1 and lane 2. These two, in fact, here's a good go. Lanes 1, 2 and 3. Not much between them all. Shazam, Whiplash. Shazam in lane number 1 gets the first peg in. Second in goes to Whiplash and third into Little Horse. Down here in lane number 1, Shazam still leads the way at the moment. Nice turn, picks up the peg in front here of Whiplash. Got a nice little break going here now. And on the far side, Little Horse is going to have to make a bit of ground, but at the same token, all pegs on, drums down. Drums down in lane 2, which allows Little Horse into the fray here now for a second placing, because it's all Shazam at the moment here in lane 1. Now, the rider here, if he's clever enough, can lean down, put the peg in that drum and straighten it up. Can he? No, he can't, unfortunately, or can he? Let's have a look. He can't do it. Is that legal if you just put the peg in and... now that's what I like to see. But he's still got a peg out, unfortunately.
Exactly right, Rob. So
he's
you'll
got
dismount.
It nearly all worked, but not quite. Let's get back to the race. Sorry, Mike. Let's get back to the race here because it's Shazam that's got it all wrapped up well and truly. A Little Horse on the far side certainly is going to fill in second place. And sadly for Whiplash, it's all over, Red Rover. But there will be another day. So congratulations, Shazam. Takes out Sure and Steady, wins the race. As we said before, it's not all about speed, is it?
Exactly right, Rob. As you can see, a little mistake like that can cost you a lot of time. So it's a matter of making sure that you pick your sticks up and keep that drum up throughout this event.
Well, we're heading through the program nice and quickly tonight. Red Devil in 2, spot on. Red Devil in 1, spot on in 2, and Devil in Disguise for heat number 2. Red Devil is scratched, apparently. So it'll be Spot On and Devil. And the first only through to that final. So we're about to see our Little Horses coming over. Spot On, of course, very easy to pick up. And Devil in Disguise. That was Elvis's song, wasn't it? Devil in Disguise?
I think you're right, Rob. This will be a good race between these two horses here, Rob.
I'll take your word for it. Spot On has showed us enough tonight to probably deserve to win a race somewhere along the line. So we're just making sure that the drum in lane number 2 is okay. Nice and solid on the ground. And 50% either side of that white line, so she's even with everyone else. Couple of a half a metre could be all that it takes. So Spot On about to move up. Devil in Disguise in lane 2. So it's Spot On and the Devil. Righto riders, we're nearly there. Oh, the Devil nearly got a flyer. You're right, Mike. All these horses are nicely booted up tonight for these protection of the horses paramount. Away, far side, Devil in Disguise got away nicely. So too here did Spot On. Let's have a look as we get down to the first peg at the moment. It's Devil in Disguise who's got a little bit of a break at the moment from Spot On. Devil in Disguise comes up to the drum. The girl checks him, gets him back. Pegs in the drum, not far behind a Spot On, still in this. Don't throw the chances of Spot On away. She's taken a big wide berth here onto this peg, so it'll make up a little bit of ground. But it's the Devil that leads the way at the moment. Got the pink gear on, has the Devil, and the pink hood. Going along quite nicely at the moment, still leads, not much in it. Not much between the two of them at the moment. Devil in Disguise turns. Spot On's making a little bit of a charge here now. So can the Devil keep up with this pace at the moment? Spot On not far behind. There's only about 2 metres between the two of them at the moment. The crowd's starting to get excited. All their friends behind are starting to yell and scream. That's the Devil, still got his nose in front from Spot On. The Devil turns, it's still in the drum. 1 peg left to go. Oh, lane 1, unfortunately, he's got the peg out. Oh, the Devil's missed it too. Here's a big, big go. The Devil's got to go back and get this drum in. Well, unfortunately for lane 1, she's going to have to, whoops, the daisies. She's going back the wrong way. She unfortunately threw the peg in and the other one came out. So she almost came from behind to win it, but unfortunately for her, it's the Devil in Disguise. Nothing worse than falling on your butt like that when you're going backwards. It just knocks the wind clean out of you. But I'm sure she'll come good. Well, the Devil will go into the final there. That's the Devil in disguise, not Red Devil.
So now we're going to go into the open flag race heats. Open flag. So I haven't put this in a good order for you. There we go. So the first only through the final.
All right, we've got 4 heats, so don't you go far, my friend. Okay, do you want to go with the first?
Yeah, why not?
You go with the first, I'll go with the second. You can go with the third, and I'll go with the fourth.
Okay, so we've got Enforcer in lane 1, Sparks Will Fly in 2, Sky's the Limit in 3. So it'll be first only through to our final.
I love the way this bloke here in lane 1, the Enforcer, just the way he's muscled up in the hindquarters. He sits right down on them. Matty gets him to try and get a fly, although, as we've said before, this is really not all about speed. It's a matter of being cautious, careful, but at the same time, keeping an eye. In lane 1 probably gives you that advantage to be able to keep your eye on the rest of the field on the far side.
Sure does, Rob. We've got the Enforcer here in lane 1. I can't recall him being beaten in a flag race, Rob. It's been that long. He's
Really?
Really good at this. Is his number 1 event, as you can see. He goes in reverse good too.
He's found R.
Put it in drive, Matt.
R for race. He's been absolutely perfect. He's been absolutely perfect until now. Look at the strength in those hindquarters.
They're off. Flying out here was the Enforcer in lane 1 from Sparks Will Fly, and Sky's the Limit currently in 3rd. So they come down and pick up the first stick. The Enforcer's kicked away here already. He's got 4 or 5 on these horses, but there's still a long way to go. But it's all the Enforcer at this stage. Heads down to pick up the second stick. Currently in 2nd place, it's Sky the Limit from Sparks Will Fly. But the Enforcer, if he can keep this course correct, he'll move through to our final, because it's first only to go through to the final. Sky's the Limit out there, currently in 2nd place from our off-the-track thoroughbred. Sky's the Limit in lane 2. But it's all the Enforcer here. 3 in and 3 to go. Matt Burns. This is his pet event on this horse. You can see this horse is ultra fit, lots of speed, which is ideal for this event here. But Matt on the Enforcer, spins around, puts in the second last. He's got 1 to go. And Matt spins around, places it in, and the Enforcer will move through to the final. Sky's the Limit. Popped the stick out of the drum there, so that brings Sparks Will Fly into 2nd place. And Morgan Prosser there on Sparks Will Fly heads around to pick up the last stick. She's got that in hand, heads down the drum and places it in. So Sparks Will Fly will be awarded with 2nd place.
Well, that's a perfect example in relation of what to do tonight. That was just perfect, wasn't it?
Exactly right, Rob. As I said, the Enforcer, that's its pet event, and I can't recall the last time he's been beaten, so he's got great technique there and a very fit horse.
All right, heat number 2. Coming up in a moment, it is Gold Rush in 1, Black Madness in 2, Elegant Forcer in 3, and Ginger Snap in lane number 4. So Gold Rush showed us a ton of ability tonight, but unfortunately has either had pegs down or misadventures all the way through tonight, but it's got a bucket load of speed when she's up and running. Can she keep all these pegs in the barrel this time around? Bookmakers would have a favourite, I think, if we were betting.
Yeah, sure will, Rob. This horse, it's probably the fastest horse in Sporting Horse, I'd say. So this event really, it does exceed in. So good luck to Jackie on the Gold Rush, and it'd be good to see her beat Matt in the final, wouldn't it?
I suppose it depends who's going to have to do the dishes.
But if Matt beats Jackie in the final,
I know what Matt would do. Matt would put him in the dishwasher.
Won't be a good trip home for Matt, I don't think.
He wouldn't do them properly, Jackie, would he? Jackie would do it properly. Yeah, they are very lucky to have 2 very, very smart horses like that, the Enforcer and Gold Rush. Righto, riders, bring them up, says the judge. Gold Rush 1, Black Madness 2, Elegant Forcer 3, Ginger Snap in 4. Ginger Snap down there, ready to rock. Gold Rush, oh, we're nearly there. We're nearly there. We just waited on the horse on gate number 2, or lane number 2, I should say. I tell you what, we've got no Chautauquas here tonight, have we?
Definitely not, Rob.
Nothing staying in the gates. I tell you what, our little rider here on Black Madness, she's done well so far. We've had a couple of hops and nearly a couple of tries to throw her out of the saddle, and she stayed on board. Away this time, and Gold Rush began like a bullet. She goes down to the first peg. Keep an eye on Ginger Snap right on the far side in lane 4 for me, will you, Mike? Because I reckon that's where our danger might be. But actually, the horse in lane 3 is doing well too. Elegant Enforcer. Around the drums they come at the first time. It's Gold Rush, who is doing it nicely. Good go here between horses here in lane 3 and 4. It's Gold Rush all the way at the moment, but keeping an eye on these two horses out here in 3 and 4. Let's not forget about them. Not much between them. It's Elegant Forcer still in there with a little bit of a chance to get and roll the favourite here in Gold Rush. Elegant Forcer just lost a little bit of ground on the way down there then. Gold Rush kept going at the same pattern. Oh, nearly slipped, but she's still on all fours. Around here with 3 to go. It is Gold Rush in front. Down there is Elegant Forcer in lane number 3. I think everything's going okay for them down there. As far as pegs in the drums are concerned, yes, it's good, but it's all Gold Rush. It's a rush of gold. It certainly is. She can smell victory. Round with 1 to go. Can it stay in the peg or can it stay in the drum? Yes, it does. So she takes victory. Very, very well done. And Elegant Force, a good run down there for second. And we found here in lane number 2 in Black Madness, right down the back there, little Ginger Snap, who began brilliantly. And I thought might have been a bit of a sneaky chance to Philip Placey.
Yeah, unfortunately, Rob knocked that drum in her run, so she had to dismount and put the drum back up and continue on. But what a great run there by Braden on Elegant Force to keep up with Gold Rush. He was probably only a length behind Gold Rush, and she normally wins by a greater margin than that, Rob.
Actually, I'm a bit worried about the rider here. She's got a bit of a limp up.
Yeah, she suffered an injury a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, so I think she's only ridden a couple of times before tonight's event, so it's good to see Jackie out here.
Well, just having a chat with Jackie, she's torn a thigh muscle and she's got a bit of a swollen knee, so she's doing damn well to be out there competing the way she is at the moment because she can hardly walk.
Definitely is, Rob. You actually use your legs quite a bit in this sport, especially trying to hold on when you're weaving in and out of these sticks and doing these sharp turns, so it's a great effort by Jackie.
Well, here's heat number 3, which is yours.
Thank you, Rob. So we've got we've got Tribeca Girl in 1, Blackburn Return in 2, Spot On in 3, and Go for Gold in 4. I'm going to say it'll be close between Tribeca Girl and Go for Gold. Very experienced horse, Go for Gold at this event.
Well, I'll bet my coffee back in the final, if that's all right.
No problems at all. Judges called them forward. Tribeca Girl just forward at the start. Spot On standing well out there. Go for Gold back from the start.
Gee, isn't it funny when you face them down the direction they've got to go in? They're switched on, aren't they?
They're off. Flying out was Tribeca Girl from Blackburn Return. Spot On and Go for Gold currently in 4th place. So they head down to the end of the course. Tribeca Girl's got the stick in hand. She heads down to the drum for the first time. And look at little Spot On. Oh, went too fast, overshot the drum. Blackburn Returns missed the stick. It's on the ground, so that leaves Tribeca Girl well out in front. It's first only to go through to the final. But it's all Tribeca Girl. She's nearly got the length of the course in front of Go for Gold, who's currently in 2nd place. So she can put in all these sticks in the drum and keep that drum up. She should move through to the final. But Tribeca Girl here, the thoroughbred. Jill's done a great job training this horse up. And features in a lot of our final races in all events. And she'll most likely move through to the final. She's got 4 in and 2 to go. She spins around, picks up the second last. Heads back the drum, had a little bit of look over the shoulder there just to see where the other riders are, but she's got a nice, comfortable lead here. Jill on, Tribeca Girl, and she will move through to the final. Well done to Jill. Second place here, looks like it's going to be spot on with Casey, and I would say third place is Go for Gold out there in lane 4 from Blackburn Return. So I'll hand over heat 4 to you, Rob.
All right, let's have a look at heat 4. I pulled the right rein here. I've only got 3. Pure Blonde, Morgan and Hammer Time. So who will go through to the final? This is the decider. To make up our final, Hammer Time will come out of 3, Morgan in 2, and Pure Blonde will come out of number 1. It's interesting this year. I don't know whether you've noticed it, but I just had a look at Pure Blonde here, and I don't know whether that's the normal colour of this pony, but a lot of the buckskins in these horses this year have got that red tinge through them. I don't know whether it's just been a different year, whether it's just been a different year, but
yeah, I've noticed that too. Gold Rush has got the same. So, gee, they're a pretty pony, these Palomino horses, and Rachel and Jackie do a great job to keep these horses coached.
Well, we've got a little pally at home too, and we've fed it right. We've got about 4 rugs on him, and everything's all right, and we've been feeding him nicely. And he's got that little bit of red tinge through him, and I just think it's that the coloured horses this year. I just think it must be the year that's changing them a little bit. A couple of the buckskins that we've seen shown here at the Melbourne show this year, a little bit of tinge of red through them as well. So
okay, yeah.
We'll call it the seasons. You'd probably go for Morgan here, wouldn't you?
Morgan, yeah. I think Hammer Time could be a roughie. It's got the speed, off the track thoroughbred. If she puts it all together, I think she could push Morgan here. But
all right, we'll find out in a second. Pure Blonde here in 1, Morgan in 2. Hammer Time down there in lane 3 in the blue. Pure Blonde, just a little toey. They're away this time. Good start between 1 and 2 here at the moment. Pure Blonde be going well. So too did Morgan. And on the far side, just a little bit behind them at the moment, is your pick in Hammer Time. Little Morgan looks like the horse at the moment that could turn first. But Pure Blonde, he's right on the hammer at the moment. Morgan puts it in first naturally, but came a little bit wide on the turn. And have a look at here in lane 1. Pure Blonde's really picked up some ground. Just made a bit of a mess of the corner there. What's happened here? We've got a loose horse. So I just noticed that our horse there in lane number 2, Morgan, had to slow up a fraction. But they're still going. It looks like a great chance between 2 and
comeback riders.
1. So we've been asked to come back because we had a horse go across the course, which I think probably interfered with Morgan a little bit.
Exactly right, Rob. So it's only fair that we start this race again because Morgan was interfered by the loose horse. So we'll rectify the course, get that back ready, and we'll run these horses again. It will just be between Morgan and Pure Blonde. So it's the right thing to do by all the competitors. They put a lot of time and money into these horses, so we want to give them a fair chance of trying to win this title.
Well, your secretary over here was hugging all the men before, including her husband, and saying, oh, the boys try so hard. Never happened in my day. I don't know about you.
No, I'd have to agree with you there, Rob.
Might come up and give you, your mate might come up and give you a bit of a thump on the arm to say, well done. That's about the best you got. So a big thank you, dare say, to your sponsors that are here, of course. Wintech, we look at off the track, of course, with your thoroughbreds. Kentucky Equine Research, I see on board with you people as well too, just amongst a few of them.
Yeah, they've been a great supporter for a few years now, Kentucky Equine Research. They've got the title sponsor name for this event, and also EnviroPrint, Made Industries and Blastmasters. They've all been great sponsors, and they help us out throughout the year putting these events on.
Do you know why I threw that to you? I couldn't see that far. Well, it gets down to a race in 2 for the final heat of Pure Blonde and Morgan. Take 2, says the judge. Bring them up. Morgan, the little black horse, in lane number 2. Pure Blonde here in lane number 1. Away. Pure Blonde had the walk up. So we'll see whether or not our little horse Morgan can make up that little bit of ground from the flyer. Turns probably a little bit quicker than Pure Blonde in lane number 1, but not much between the two of them. Let's have a look and see who gets the peg in first. It is Morgan. Pure Blonde close up second. Morgan leads the way at the moment. Morgan, the Morgan horse, turns quickly. She gives him a little bit of a dig at the moment. The Pure Blonde starting to make up a bit of ground here at the moment. Just turns that top turn near the barrel just a little bit wider and loses about a half length again. It's Morgan who's turning the sharper, and Morgan who's having more luck on the bends than Pure Blonde out here in lane number 1. Morgan really now has got about a peg difference between these two at the moment. Morgan's starting to increase that at the moment, and Morgan might have this all wrapped up, providing that everything stays in the drum. That peg there did a 360 and nearly came out again. 2 down, 2 to go. And it is Morgan at the moment who is leading the way and is going to come away and win this particular event as the final of our heats. Morgan home first, and here in second spot is Pure Blonde.
Is that in? On the line? On the line? Morgan. No, I said, I was just, yeah,
Well. We have some interesting revelations to make to you here now.
Yes, we just had one of our lane stewards come over and advise the judge that Morgan stepped on the line. So if you're on the line or over, you're out. So that makes Pure Blonde the winner, and we'll move through to the final.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's darn good sportsmanship. The little rider there on Morgan, our judge went over and said to her, you're on the line. She put her head down and said, yep, fine. Didn't argue about it.
Yep, well done to Nicola there. She is a great sportsman, and on this day, and all days really, she's really a nice competitor.
And that's twice that's happened to her tonight. It's the same steward that nabbed it twice too.
So we're going to do our under 15 flag race final now.
Well, I think you've probably got about 3/4 of an hour or so left of highlights and entertainment, maybe even a little fraction more before we say good night to you all. I might take a leave of absence if I can, Mike, and I'll probably catch up with you. Just having a look at these boots here, boots of the zebra. Our little black and white pony, little horse. Yeah, I look forward to catching up with you guys, probably at Geelong or Bendigo, and we'll look forward to continuing our relationship. I've enjoyed being a part of it with you all and catching up with all of our youngsters, and good to see, above all, they're all having fun. They all come back here as mates, and just having a look at them all mingling out the back here, there's no animosity between any of them, which is great to see.
No worries. Thank you very much, Rob, for all you've done from everyone at Sporting Horse with our demonstration nights, and today you've been great, and we really appreciate that. They're off. Flying out was Red Devil from Little Jacko out there in lane 3. White Lightning in 2. And we've got Penny out there in lane 4. But it's Red Devils kicked away here. It's probably 4 or 5 lengths in front of Little Jacko out there in lane 3 with the blue mane. As they come down, place it in for the first time. Joanna urges on her horse, Red Devil. She comes up to pick up the second stick. She's got that in hand. Gee, it's close here for second place between Little White Lightning and Jacko. This is the final. Who's going to come into second place? At this stage, it's Red Devil that's out in the lead. They're neck and neck here for second place, so let's call that part of the race. So they come down. It's Stephanie here. Oh, reached well, just got the stick, but Little Jacko's flying out there in lane 3. It's Stephanie here on White Lightning, probably 2 lengths in front of Little Jacko. So they come down. They got 3 in and 3 to go. It's White Lightning just out in front of Little Jacko for second place. We've got Red Devil here. He's only got 1 to go. Oh, Jacko's knocked the drum. So that puts White Lightning clearly in second place. Crossing the line in first place was Red Devil. Well done, Joanne. Oh, there's a drum down in lane 2. So these 2 riders are going to have to mount off the horse and then put the drum in, sticks in the drum and lift that drum up. Oh, it looks like Penny out there's also dropped the stick. So she's back on. It's going to be a fight for second place. Penny's got 3 sticks to go. We've got White Lightning here's got 1 and Jacko's got 2. So this is going to come down to the wire. Jacko picks up his second stick. Kicks away now, but it's going to be White Lightning. Spins around and puts in the last stick. So White Lightning will get second place from Jacko in 3rd. Penny will be in 4th place. So if we can get those riders to come over and collect their ribbons from the judge. Well done to Red Devil. Won the 2017 under 15 Australian titles in this event, the flag and barrel race. So she's gone back to back. White Lightning in second place. Jacko in third. Well done to Kane. And Penny in fourth place. We'll get these riders to come over and collect their ribbons. Oh, is she? All right, I forgot. Okay, so we're going to get these riders to do a... They're going to do a quick parade. So we've got Joanna Dunshay got first on Red Devil. White Lightning in second place. Little Jacko there with Kane Radburn in third and Penny in fourth place. So give them a big round of applause as they come past. These little riders do a great job. Look at little Jacko, he's got a bit of speed there. Great job by Kane. And well done to Penny. So now we're going to move on to our under-18 flag and barrel race. Australian Championship final. We've got Devil in Disguise here in lane 1 with the pink gear. Then we've got Little Horse in 2, Shazam in 3. This is our final. This will be a really good race here. Judges called them forward. These horses are all going to walk up. They're off. Good even start by all 3 horses. I think it was Shazam just in front of Little Horse and Devil in Disguise as they pick up the first stick. Shazam turns first from Devil in Disguise and Little Horse. They're neck and neck, all 3 horses here. There's not much. They pretty much put the sticks in together. Oh, Shazam sticks just teetering on the edge there, but that's still in. As they come down to pick up the second stick. I think Devil in Disguise has gone to the lead here from Shazam. Now, Shazam's going to have to put this stick in delicately so that first stick doesn't get knocked out, but it's Devil in Disguise is kicked probably 3 or 4 lengths clear now of Shazam and Little Horse. And Taya comes down here in lane 1, places it in beautiful turn there by Taya. She's got 3 in and 3 to go, and that first stick has fallen out of the drum for Shazam, so she'll have to dismount and put that in. But look at Devil in Disguise, absolutely flying here. She's got 6 or 7 lengths clear of Little Horse. And we've got Shazam there about to rectify the course. But it's all Devil in Disguise. Now, I think this horse puts on the afterburners here. And Taya restrains the horse. Well done to Taya. She is the 2018 under-18 flag and barrel champion. Second place, Little Horse. And third place is going to be Shazam. We'll get those riders to come over and collect their ribbons. Okay, I'm just going to confirm with the judge the placings. Okay, we've just been advised that Little Horse and Devil in Disguise have stepped out. So when you step out of your course, the winner will be Shazam. Then Taya will get second place. And third place will be Little Horse. So if you step out of your course, you are disqualified. So what happens there is Shazam was the only rider that had the clear course. So she will be awarded first place. Then Devil in Disguise and Little Horse both crossed out, so it's first across the line. We might have a quick chat to Chanel here. She loves to have a bit of a chat. So Chanel, how long have you had Shazam for?
About 4 years.
And how long has it taken to get this horse up to the top level?
For the past 2 years, she's been running really good.
That's great. Yeah, this horse is great at all the events that we have, and she's always, most of the time, she's in our finals and doing very well. And yeah, Chanel has done a great job with this horse the last few years, and she's put a lot of time into it. And now she's reaping the benefits of it. Okay. Okay, we'll move on to our open flag and barrel race. This is our Melbourne Cup. As you may have seen earlier on, our bend and stake race are shorter in distance, so this requires a horse that's fit. So this is going to be a really good final. Can the Enforcer go back-to-back Australian titles with Matt Burns here on the Enforcer? We've got Gold Rush out there. Matt and Jackie are husband and wife, so it'll be an interesting ride on the way home between these two. Then we've got Tribeca Girl out there in lane 3 with Jill Tunkin and Pure Blonde in lane 4. So we'll get these horses up to the start line, get them underway. Cheer them on, ladies and gentlemen. The louder you cheer, the faster these horses go. The judges called them forward. Pick your favourite horse, whether it's the colour of the horse or the rider's wearing your favourite number, cheer them on. This will be a great race. They're off. Good even start by all 4 horses. The Enforcer flies down. Not much between the Enforcer and Gold Rush. The Enforcer's got the stick in hand first. From Gold Rush, Tribeca Girl, and we've got Pure Blonde. Matt here on the Enforcer's flying. He's kicked away by 2 or 3 lengths on Gold Rush. Currently in 3rd place is Jill Tunkin on her Tribeca Girl, and 4th place is currently Rachel Brown. But the Enforcer, look at this horse power out of those turns, flies down, picks up the 3rd stick, heads back. He's kicked away clear now. He's flying. This horse is a champion flag and barrel horse. And we've got Jackie currently in 2nd place. But Matt's got 3 in and 3 to go. Look at the Enforcer go. This horse has got so much power and speed. He bursts out of those turns and he's kicked well clear now from Gold Rush. Tribeca Girl in 3rd place, but it's all the Enforcer. What an exhibition that was. Well done to Matt Burns on the Enforcer. And here comes Jackie, 2nd place on Gold Rush. Well done to Jackie. Jill in 3rd, and Rachel Brown is just completing the course on Pure Blonde in 4th place. Okay, Matt, come over and get your ribbon. You can do your lap of honour a little bit later. What a race that was. Gee, the Enforcer. He has got a ton of speed. Matt does a lot of fitness work with his horse. He could run all day. He could do another 3 of those events at that speed. Great job there by all these riders. Put on a good show for the crowd. Well done, Matt. Great race there. Okay. We'd like to welcome Mark Allery, who is a very experienced novelty rider. He competed many years ago when our club was called the Australian Novelty Racing Association, and he is kindly donating prize money and also a trophy and a perpetual trophy, which will continue on and be awarded each year to our Australian flag and barrel champion in the open age group. Once this gets presented, we'll have a quick chat to Matt and find out a little bit about what he does in the lead up to an event like this with his horse. We'd like to thank Mark Allery for his kind sponsorship. It's truly appreciated. We'll have a quick chat to Matt Burns. So congratulations, Matt. Another Australian title. You won this event last year. Can you let the crowd know what sort of preparation you do for yourself and also your horse in the lead up to this event?
Well, the horse is fed well. He's fed with Kentucky Equine Research, the world leaders in equine nutrition. So thanks to Kentucky Equine for the fantastic food. Also, he does a lot of fitness work at home up the hills. We do a lot of training for the events as well to sharpen him right up. But yeah, no, I'll get him nice and fit, and it's really fun race. You can tell I'm puffing harder than the horse, but I need to get myself fitter.
And how long have you had the Enforcer for?
This is my 3rd year I've had him now, and he's back-to-back Australian flag race titles now, so it's really exciting stuff. And he's got a big heart, as you can see. Gives 120% all the time, and yeah, you never die wondering because he just tries so hard every time.
What's the trip like going to be home? You've beaten your wife, Jackie. I'd like to be a fly in that ute on the way home. How do you think you'll go? Will you be in the doghouse tonight?
Possibly. Normally on the drive, she's telling me I have to get off my phone and talk to us. I'll be talking all the way home tonight. Don't worry about that.
Well done to our competitors. We'll get them to do a quick lap of honour. You want to hold on? Our next event is going to be a Medley race. In this event, we have 3 horses. The first leg of this event will be the lead race. The horse will start on the right-hand side of the drum. They will gallop down. The horse will do a left-hand turn at the end stick. Whilst that horse is turning, the rider will jump off, grab hold of the reins, and they will run back on foot, leading the horse. Once that horse crosses the line, the next leg will commence, and that is the bending race. The horse will start on the right-hand side of the drum. They'll weave in and out of the sticks, do a right-hand turn. They will then weave all the way back. Now, if the bending horse knocks a pole, the lead horse rider must run out and put the pole back up and then leave the course. Once that lead rider has left the course, the flag and barrel race can commence. So it's a teamed event. So we'll get that underway. But we've got our open flag finalists out there, so give them a big cheer as they go past. These riders put a lot of time and effort into these horses. And they present them beautifully at these events. So give them a round of applause. We've got Matt Burns there on the Enforcer, who took out the title this year. His wife Jackie on the very attractive Palomino there. And we've got Jill Tunkin on her horse, Tribeca Girl, followed by Pure Blonde, well done to Rachel. So now we will organise our teams for the Medley race. Okay, so heat 1, we've got lane 1, we've got Silent Assassins. That team is made up of and also Black Madness. In lane 2, we'll have the team called the Terminators. That will consist of Morgan, One Forest 1 and Spot On. Lane 3 will be Dynamite Divas. And the Dynamite Divas team is made up of Gold Rush, Little Horse and Sparks Will Fly. And then in lane 4, we'll have the Hot Shots. That team is made up of Charlie's Angels, Hokey Pokey and Elegant Force. So we're going to have 2 heats, 4 teams in each heat, and it will be first and second through to the final. So the first leg will be the lead race. If you look down there in lane 4, we've got Braden Larkin on Elegant Force. I cannot remember the last time he was beaten in a lead race. But Taya Murray here is quite quick, so this will be good. And they're off. Flying out here in lane was the Silent Assassins from the Terminators, Hot Shots and Dynamite Divas. But on the ground first was Taya Murray. Gee, she's going to fly here. Look at Morgan Prosser there for the Dynamite Divas flying to line. Morgan Prosser's coming out of nowhere. She's crossed the line first. Now the bending leg starts. We've got Shazam here for the Silent Assassins. And then we've got the Terminators, which is represented by One Forest 1. Little Horse turns first for Dynamite Divas. She's flying down Little Horse. Here comes Shazam making up a heap of ground. Now here goes the flag leg. We've got Gold Rush out there in lane 3. Currently in first place from Charlie's Angels out there for Hot Shots. It's neck and neck between these 2 teams, Dynamite Divas and Hot Shots. Owen overshot the drum there a little bit on Charlie's Angels. But it's the Dynamite Divas currently in first place from Hot Shots. And we've got the Terminators and we've also got Silent Assassins down here in lane 1. But it's all Hot Shots at this stage. Has gone to the lead from Gold Rush representing Dynamite Divas. But it's the Hot Shots in front. Jackie's made up a bit of ground. Oh, there's a drum down here in lane 1. So that clearly leaves the Hot Shots and Dynamite Divas. And these riders have worked out that it's first and second. And they've got a good, comfortable lead over the other horses. So they're just going to take it easy and conserve the energy for the final. But across the line first will be the Hot Shots from Dynamite Divas. So those 2 teams will move through to the final. Our next heat, we need the Outlaws in lane 1, Dream Team in 2, Wildcats in 3, and Game On in lane 4. So the Outlaws, their team is made up of Ginger Snap, Sky's the Limit, Whiplash. The Dream Team, so the Dream Team consists of the Enforcer, Hammer Time and Bell. The Wildcats is Pure Blonde, Go for Gold, Red Devil. And the last team, Game On, Tribeca Girl, Blackburn Return, and the crowd favourite, Little Jacko here with number 10 on his back, Kane Radburn. He's 8 years old, Kane, and he's got absolutely no fear. So be interesting to see what leg Kane will do. I think he generally does the bending race. So we'll see what he does. So we've got the Outlaws in 1, Dream Team in 2, Wildcats in 3, Game On in 4. So the course is just about to be cleared. And we'll get this underway. It looks like sky's the limit with Jade Viger aboard. He's going to do the lead portion of this race. And Red Devil. And we'll just wait to see who's going to do the lead race for the Game On team. Looks like Kane Radburn's put his hand up. He'll lead him out. Judges called him forward. We've got Bell standing nice and quiet there in lane 2. They're off. Flying out was Sky's the limit here for the Outlaws as they come down to the end of course. Who's going to be on the ground first? It's Joanna out there on Red Devil for the Wildcats. She turns first. Look at the horse flying behind her. Run, Joanna, run. And it's going to be the Wildcats are going to cross the line first. Now who's going to do the bending pass? It's Go for Gold. Here goes Whiplash. And we've got the Enforcer, Tribeca Girl. But at this stage, it is the Wildcats out in front, but the Enforcer's making a heap of ground for the Dream Team. The Enforcer and the Dream Team are going to the front. He crosses the line. Who's going to do the flag leg? It's going to be Hammer Time for the Dream Team. Ginger Snap takes off for the Outlaws, and the Wildcats are currently in 3rd place. And Game On currently in 4th. This is going to be close. I reckon Pure Blonde can run these two down as they come down to the drum for the first time. It's the Outlaws that places it in 1st, followed by Dream Team and Wildcats. As they come down to pick up the second stick. Who's got it first? Oh, there's a stick down here in lane 1 for the Outlaws. So that leaves the Dream Team out in front with Jess Burns on Hammer Time. Look at Blondie starting to put pressure on him now. And out there in the lane 4 is Greg on his horse called Blackburn Return. He's come from nowhere. I didn't even see him. I thought they were out of the race for good. But look at Greg. He's gone into 2nd place. He's going to win this, I think, for him. But it's all the Game On at the moment. Oh, here comes the Dream Team starting to make up some ground. Wildcats won't go away. It's neck and neck between these two teams. It's the Dream Team and Game On. Oh, looks like Blackburn Return starting to run out a bit of carrots here. Hammer Time turns beautifully, picks it up, flies down the line, and it's the Dream Team. Oh! I thought that stick was going to bounce out of that drum. What a race that was. It was Dream Team, followed by Game On. Those two will go through to our final. What a race that was. So our final will be we'll have Hot Shots in lane 1, Dynamite Divas in lane 2, Dream Team in 3 and Game On in 4. So we're just getting the course cleared. Okay, so course has been cleared. We're getting our teams into their relevant lanes. Okay, so we need the Hot Shots in 1, Dynamite Divas in 2, Dream Team in 3, Game On in 4. This will be our last race of the night, ladies and gentlemen, so get behind these riders. After the conclusion of this race, we will then be presenting our best presented, our champion and reserve champions for each age group. So the horses tally points up over the night. You get 4 points for first, 3 points for second, 2 points for third and 1 point for fourth. So this will be the last race, so get behind these riders. Judges mounted his starting position. Judges called him forward. They're off. Flying out here was Elegant Force from Sparks Will Fly. And it looks like the other grey horse there has decided to go backwards, so it's first on the ground. Oh, there's a rider down, so we've got Elegant Force here, flies out in front, and then we've got Little Jacko there's in second place. Here goes Hokey Pokey, who starts to fly around, comes down, he's almost, so we've got the Hot Shots here currently in first place, and here goes Charlie's Angels for the Hot Shots to complete the flag and barrel leg. And we've got out there the Dream Teams cross the line. So it's the Hot Shots followed by the Dream Team, and we've also got Game On out there. But it's all Hot Shots here. Oh, there's a stick out of the drum there in lane 4 with Game On. So we've got Owen here on Charlie's Angels for the Hot Shots. He's got a massive lead. There's a drum down for the Dream Team. So that's going to make it interesting. Will Dynamite Divas get into second place? But it's all the Hot Shots here. Charlie's Angels. Owen making sure he doesn't knock that drum, giving the horse plenty of room. He's got 3 in and 3 to go. Charlie's Angels, very experienced horse. Charlie's Angels been doing this sport for many years. And you can see here how the horse's technique's absolutely perfect here. But it's all the Hot Shots as Owen spins around to place the last stick in. Dream Team's knocked the drum again. So who's going to get second place here? Ooh, Greg out there with the team Game On. Give that drum a bit of a rock, but it stayed up. So it looks like the Game On will be in second place. Comes around to pick up the last. So it will be Game On. And now we've got Dynamite Divas. Jackie on Gold Rush here is going to spin around and pick up the last stick. She does so, places it in. So third place will be awarded to the Dynamite Divas and fourth place will be given to the Dream Team. So if we can get those riders to come over and collect their ribbons. Yes, so first place was the Hot Shots. Second place has been given to Dynamite Divas. Sorry. Okay, sorry. I'll check with the judge. Yep.
No, I didn't say not to finish. I didn't say not to
Hang on, we're just going to get this sorted. So Game On gets second then? Yep. So Hot Shots first, Game On second. Third place will be... So Dynamite Divas? Yep. Dynamite Divas in third. And then we've got the Dream Team.
These guys.
Okay. All right, so we get these ribbons presented. So Hot Shots got first. Second goes to went to what's that? Game On. Game On got second. Yep, Game On. Yep. Third will go to who was third? It was Dynamite Divas, then Dream Team. Okay, so getting some photos here, then we'll get the Medley teams to do a quick lap of honour. And whilst they're doing that, we'll calculate our champion and reserve champions for each age groups. Okay, give these riders a big round of applause. We've got Team Hot Shots that took out the Medley race from Team Game On, led by their captain there, Kane Radburn, number 10 on Jacko. Third place was Dynamite Divas. Fourth place will be the Dream Team. We'll get them to do a quick... So give them a big round of applause. We've got in their order, we've got Elegant Force, Braden Larkin, Hokey Pokey with Little Tommy Day. We've got Jacko, the little grey pony with the red ribbon. Stay on the track, Jacko. Little Kane Radburn. Then we've got Jill Tunkin on Tribeca Girl. Greg Smith on his horse, Blackburn Return. We've got Owen Peatley on Charlie's Angels. We've got Little Horse here with Laura Dunshay. Jess on Hammer Time, Jackie on Gold Rush, Matt on the Enforcer, and then we've got Bell here. So that concludes our racing for tonight. Stick around because we're going to crown our champions. Okay, so we've done the tally. As I said earlier on, the horses collect points throughout the night. Our under 15 age group, our reserve champion on a total of 9 points was a little grey pony. It's only been doing it a couple of years, but this rider has done an excellent job with the horse. So can we get White Lightning to come over and collect their reserve champion ribbon. Give White Lightning a big round of applause.
So long buried in the snow. Yes, here we are.
Well done to Stephanie here. She's getting presented with the reserve champion. Great effort there by Stephanie. And our champion on 12 points was Red Devil, ridden by Joanna. Little Red Devil is a little fiery horse, but very fast horse. And Red Devil took out the bending race title, the stake race title, and also the flag race. So a perfect scorecard there for Red Devil. Well done to these riders. Okay, we'll now move on to our under 18 age group. And our reserve champion on a total of 7 points was Devil in Disguise, ridden by Taya Murray. This horse has had a spell for a little while, and Taya's got this horse back, and that's a great effort to be awarded the reserve champion at Melbourne show. So congratulations to Taya. And our champion in the under 18 age group on a total of 11 points was Shazam, ridden by Chanel Radburn. If we can get Chanel to come over and collect her ribbon, please. Chanel won the under 18 bending race title, the under 18 stake race title, and was placed second in the flag and barrel title. So well done to Chanel. We will move on now to our open age group. This was very close. Our reserve champion on 6 points was Charlie's Angels, ridden by Owen Peatling. Well done to Owen, one of our most experienced riders. Owen's been doing this for many, many years. Presents his horses in immaculate condition, and he's done very well tonight, taking out the Australian Open flag race title. Our champion in the open age group was the Enforcer on 8 points. Congratulations to Matt Burns on the Enforcer. He won the Australian title in the bending race and also the flag race. Okay, we've also got a special award. Our best presented of the night is being judged by Mark Allery. Very experienced sporting horse competitor, knows his horse as well. He's seen many horses. And our best presented goes to the Mighty Morgan, ridden by Nicola Larpent. Absolutely stunning horse. This black horse. Nicola does a lot of work with this horse, gets it extremely fit, and she presents it absolutely spot on. Very striking horse there. She's got the very flash breastplate there, which stands out. Excellent rider. Congratulations to Morgan. She's been presented with a trophy. She'll also be awarded with a woolen rug, which will be embroidered, stating that she's the 2018 best presented at Melbourne show. So well done to all our champions overall. We'll get our champion riders to do a quick lap of honour. So well done to all these horses. So they're just going to get a quick photo. We'd like to send a shout out to our sponsors: Wintec, Off the Track, Kentucky Equine Research, Enviro Print Group, Mate Industries, RC Excavations, Blastmasters. We appreciate your support throughout the year. So we'll get these guys to get a quick photo, and then they'll do a lap of honour, and that will conclude the night. So we'd appreciate you to give these riders a big round of applause once they make their way past you. We might actually get a couple of the riders just to pull up and let the kids have a little pat of the horses. So all those kids that want to come down and have a pat of these champion ponies, head down to the fence. And we'll give you the opportunity to meet the riders and give their horses a pat. All right, so just follow Matt. Yep. Hold on. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, give these horses a big round of applause. These riders have done a great job all day here today. So we've got Matt Burns, number 23 on the Enforcer. Number 18 is Owen Peatling on Charlie's Angels. Number 62 is Taya Murray on Devil in Disguise. Shazam is number 15. We've also got Little Red Devil there. And we've also got White Lightning and our 2018 Best Presented horse, Morgan. Well done to all these riders. Thank you all for coming out and watching these sporting horse events. If you are interested in this sport, jump onto our website, sportinghorseaustralia.org. You can find all the information there. We hold training days and so forth, so you can come out to those training days and learn from all these champion riders. So head over to that website. We're also on Facebook, so we've got all the news and updates on that Facebook page, so follow that, Sporting Horse Australia. We thank you all for your attendance tonight. Thank you.